When I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah. See, if you believe in the God in you, it's a better place. Creating the force and the power to live a better life. Know that love and joy and peace is one in all of the same space. That you were chosen just like God. Your energy. That's right. Only you can make the change. Share your energy. Shine so bright from darkness to light. From darkness to light. Yeah. And you'll find your way out. Oh, it won't seem way out. The power of God will flow through you from way out.
Welcome. This is Alchemizing Energy, and today we are here with our brother Zion. He been missing in action. I'm so happy to hear from him, honey. What's up? How are you doing?
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you and the alchemizing community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, YouTube has been shadow banning, so if you guys have not been getting my my streams, you might have to.
Yours pop up on my end.
Okay, well, some people say they're not getting them, so they're not really promoting me right now for whatever reason, but it's okay.
Like what did you do?
I'm talking about that whole Carmelo Anthony thing. I done got kicked out a few times, like for doing,
I think me and Nepal might want to revisit that video that we had did with all of the information that came out, because I don't know if she remembers a lot of the information that I had posed in my first video about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's coming to light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't worried about the lower courts approving the retrial. It's better in the appellate court, because then they get to argue the constitutionality of certain things. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas in the lower court, you have to freaking daggone argue, you know what I'm saying, like just the state precedent. But here in the appellate court, you're gonna have there's a lot more leverage. So
I don't know. It's gonna be weird. I pray that he could probably make it. He can't get a new trial, but hopefully he can.
He'll get an appeal, and then I believe the appeal will go through, because you know what I'm saying, he's got a great legal team, and that just certain constitutional things just are going to open that door back up. Now, whether he's going to be exonerated is, what I'm saying, I'm not saying that he'll be entirely exonerated, but 35 years was a little extreme. You understand what I'm saying? I think at most a 17-year-old at that age, you know what I'm saying, would probably get like a what do you call it? Not murder, but
manslaughter. Right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right, but you know what?
They lessen his time, but they wanted to make an example out of him. You know what I'm saying? Black people are not allowed to defend themselves, y'all.
Heck no.
There's a history of us, and big shout out to Nepal Shada. One day that I was on that show with her, me and her were on the show, and a dude freaking in my hallway went crazy. I went out and freaking, you know what I'm saying, because I'm the superintendent of the building. I went out and G-checked them, and the cops came at me for having what's a burner. A burner is a pepper ball, you know what I'm saying, launcher. It's not a gun. It looks like a gun, but it's not a gun. But because I defended myself, I'm the one who got, you know what I'm saying, arrested and I beat it. I beat the whole thing, and I made them give me my stuff back. I got my burner back and everything. I was on their ass, y'all. Like, yo,
yeah,
no.
They don't know that you are right.
Yeah, you ain't gonna tie my hands behind my back. I have a, you know what I'm saying, constitutional right to protect myself and defend myself and my family and my home. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna tie my hands behind my back. That's historically Black people, African Americans here in this country have been shunned and demonized for self-defense. So
trying to defend themselves,
Yeah.
And so and so today's show, what we're trying to hit on is that it's really interesting when it comes to defending oneself, because when you look at like this live stream that's going on with place, it's very reminiscent of like a pimp kind of hoish situation, the converse, like the way people are treated and everything like that. But I don't think that people really understand that this young lady is practicing African spirituality. And so what's happening is that she has her altar in Blueface's house, and the backlash from that is kind of interesting. Like even the mom has gotten involved. It's gotten real dicey about like her practicing, practicing, that in his house, and so
wait, who's the guy that she's practicing in whose house?
Blueface.
Okay, I don't know who that is. He's like a social media,
a hip hop artist.
Okay. And is she dating him, or is she just staying with him?
She's dating him. She just had his child.
Okay, and he's not used to the Ifá.
No, he has no idea what's actually even going on.
Okay, so somebody whose eyes who's never been around it's alien to them. Oh yeah, they're gonna have a fit.
Right. And so, it looks spooky, there's like candles burning and all type of stuff. And
what's it? Walk in the freaking Catholic church and come on, y'all. Candles? For real? That's what we mad about? That's what we scared of?
Child, people are definitely afraid. I mean, and they're like, you know what?
I got a menorah and everything. Candles ain't the problem.
Right. Candles ain't even what's even gonna get you. It's at the end of the day, that's not even what's gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's the behavior that's going on that's gonna get you. How you treat people that are practicing this type of a belief. When they have like ancestors that they feeling the certain spirits that are like, okay, wait a minute, this person is being maltreated, and they're not arguing with you. Then that becomes a thing where it gets justified, your life will begin to fall apart. You'll think this person is doing witchcraft on you, and really they're not.
Right.
But that's a whole nother story. But let's go.
My family, like my mom is extremely hypersensitive to anything, saying that even looks close to witchcraft. Saying?
Right.
She is the witch and slayer. In her mind, I love my mom. Big shout out to my mom. But everybody's a witch. If she don't like them, oh yeah, they a witch.
Well, so basically, there's been this kind of a discord going on. You had the 20 versus 1 with the so-called New Age black woman. It was against the black Christians, and so now this conversation is opening up about African traditional religion and Christianity, and it's getting pretty heated. So let's get into how this is now in the mainstream. Blueface, a really huge streamer and hip hop artist, is now dating a woman who's practicing Ifá, and on Kick, on live IRL streaming, now you're getting to see the practices in real life, and that's crazy, right? So let's go.
Ooh, girl, you ain't gonna believe this. Tell me why Blueface then busted Neveahs doing voodoo. Yes, girl, voodoo in the house, in his closet. Child, I guess Blueface spent his weekend with Krishan, and Neveahs spent her weekend doing spell work and rituals. Now, you know what else she do besides voodoo? Child, she lie. Cause she been lying, saying she don't do voodoo. Child, I know she done tried to put a spell on Blueface, and it seemed like she done put a spell on herself. Cause guess what? She said she tired of being Blueface's dummy. I guess the wool is getting pulled from over her eye. She said she don't want to be dumb no more.
Well, I can't listen to that too much because that sounds so ignorant.
Yeah,
and stupid.
She sound like old slave Negro spiritualist. Come on now. Oh Lord.
Oh, she done practicing.
She done practicing the voodoo. If you don't take your freaking old Negro spiritual ass somewhere.
She got the voodoo going on.
She probably dressed like, mammy or something, and going in the wind and pushing somebody white baby around. Like, I don't know what the hell wrong for. I thought we was in the 21st century.
But honey, we still sound like bunch of slaves when it comes to something like that.
You know.
Oh Lord,
She went back to daggone 1700s when she seen that.
Right, and so like okay, Neveah goes in and she begins, okay, this is on the Kick platform. She's trying to explain or show the altar, and and then this is how that goes. Let's go.
Do it no more. And here's my prayers that I can read.
What the?
Read the prayer.
It's like Play-Doh.
Read the prayer.
No, I don't want to read the
Then nigga said, "No, I ain't reading."
You
that.
want to?
No.
This smells like good Play-Doh.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
So can you tell me the first mistake that's happening here? And my thing, you're not even. Tell me what the first mistake that's happening here. Zion, you there?
Yeah, can you bring it back for me one time? I'm sorry, I had a call real quick. And
okay, I'm gonna play it again. I want to show y'all
because I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna replay it, and I want you to tell me the first mistake that you see that's happening here, because I think it's obvious, but people don't even understand. Let's go.
Do it no more. And here's my prayers that I can read.
He ain't supposed to touch none of that.
What the?
That's first of all.
He ain't supposed to touch it.
And why would she hand it to him to touch? She's still got some learning to do. So whoever teaches
you don't touch nobody altar. Number one, if he don't know nothing about it, he shouldn't touch it anyway.
Right, like his energy.
Yeah, as a black person, most black folks who grew up in the Christian, background wouldn't have touched that damn thing. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't touch it.
I don't think that he really is Christian.
Black Christian side. Well, he probably grew up around some Christian folk, but yeah, no, you wouldn't touch, touch nobody's voodoo stuff.
So-called voodoo.
Right. So from that perspective, a black person see that, they go in the other direction, right?
Right.
A black Christian person would go the other direction, but knowing Ifá, and my father had an altar in his house, my aunt too, my father's sister, they had their own altars to their heads. And you didn't touch nobody lakeys, you didn't touch nobody altar.
That's the first mistake.
That's the first lesson they teach you. They'll show you the altar. My dad showed me his altar on purpose. Just so that, number one, he would, to move the fear away, from it. This is my religion. Secondly, do not touch it.
Exactly, because this is your Ori.
Yeah,
this is your.
Right.
It's connected to you, not everybody else. It's not for everybody else, right?
Right.
All right. And what's the second mistake that you see that's happening here? So, let's play some more of it.
Okay, copy.
Read the prayer.
It's like Play-Doh.
Read the prayer.
No, I don't want to read the
Then nigga said, "No, I ain't reading."
You want to?
Yeah, don't read the Latin, brother.
This smells like good Play-Doh.
Okay.
Look at this.
Oh wow. Okay.
All right, so that's the beginning where she shows it. What do you think the second problem that she's doing?
The problem is where she has her altar. That's not a sacred place. This is sneaker closet. That's what I'm seeing. I number one, I don't think that's sacred place.
Right.
That's not like a consecrated, to find a nice little spot. That's not, I don't know. What is it that you're?
I think the first mistake that she's doing is that you could see her altar. Everybody could see her altar. That's
okay. Yeah.
Like nobody should be able to do this. Like pause the video and see your entire hookup and layout. Like what's going on here?
Yeah.
So now they know what you're working it with.
I've seen people do that though. Show off their altars and stuff.
Right. But with her being like, with 15,000 people watching at any time, you never know who's watching and what kind of intentions they might have towards you. And so you never want to really have that many people eyes on your.
I think the second mistake is why does she have Gatorade on her altar?
She has what?
What is that? Blue freaking daggone ice? Or what is that with the Gatorade? Why is that Gatorade?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she
What the hell
maybe
has
what
Gatorade
people
got
somebody
to do? Yeah, what the hell has Gatorade got to do with your altar?
right.
Maybe need some extra electrolytes. I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't call it.
Maybe they need some electrolytes.
I know she ain't spitting and spraying that over her altar. You needed some rum, baby.
Right, she had some
What
rum,
the hell?
some OT. You get some OT. Get some
kind of
OT
fast
rum.
food- What kind of fast food IFA is this? The convenience store IFA.
You missed it about 9 glasses of water, ma'am.
You know what I'm saying?
You need 9 glasses of water, 2 white candles, and then
Gatorade
that
up there.
thing on the bottom needs to be a white sheet.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't know, but maybe my daddy didn't tell me something about Gatorade because I don't know what the hell that's doing on her altar.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe somebody liked Gatorade. Did she know? I don't know, but somebody had passed on that was loving Gatorade. You know?
Oh, that could be.
Yeah,
you know what? You might have a point there. Yeah, that's possible.
Favorite drink was Gatorade.
Have some form of significance for it to
exactly
be
right.
You know what I mean? And it's full, so it's not like, you know what I'm saying, something she's drinking. That's been sitting there for a minute.
And you're also supposed to consume the things that are on your altar too.
Okay.
If you put water, you drink water. If you put anything food, you're supposed to eat it and then you give it. You know, there's a lot of things going on here. Water's missing off the altar.
I have to make a disclaimer first, you know what I'm saying? To all my, I'm an Israelite, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Rastafari Israelite. I have no problem. I grew up, I grew up with Christianity, my mother's side. You know what I'm saying? I'm a PK, preacher's kid. And then on my father's side, my father was into Ifá. So I had both, you know what I'm saying, religious influences as a young person, you know what I'm saying, coming up. So that's why I'm here. But even though I don't practice Ifá, but you know what I'm saying?
That's why I wanted to bring you here, because you're not partial. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You would understand it from a person that's a Christian or a Hebrew Israelite, or that they're like, oh Lord, what is Voodoo? You know, then you understand it also from a person that have practitioners in their family. Right. So, you know, I thought that was something to be.
Everybody's looking.
So they're looking at, they didn't went on Chat GPT. The person running this chat, this stream is like, well, you know, if they have an altar in your house and praying and they tell you to read the prayer or you touch it, it says, no, do not touch the altar or read prayers if you do not want to be part of the ritual.
Right.
In spiritual traditions, touching an altar or reciting its prayers acts as a form of consent. It connects your personal energy to whatever ritual or spirit is being worked with. If someone is practicing...
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm getting a call real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. So this is what they're saying. So the first thing that we said, you're not supposed to touch anything on someone's altar. And the biggest part that I wanted to talk about is just, like I said, it's a lot of misconceptions of what they think is going on. You know, it's like, it's voodoo, you know. And so then, you know, the mom gets to chipping in, Blueface mom, you know, like, oh, you know, of course she's a Christian. And so she's like, oh no, what is happening here? You know? So they get to going in about this whole situation. Like, what's happening? So let's hear what Carlissa got to say.
Well, I've been praying all day. I got the prayer team on it. Don't worry. We're going to keep praying. Jonathan over there praying too. Even though y'all don't see him praying, he over there praying. I can tell you right now, he like Jesus. You see these souls, right? You just see him, Jesus? You see these souls, right, Jesus? Okay. You setting them up? Okay. Trust and believe he over there talking to Jesus about them concubines. That God done let deliver you. Hopefully not, but maybe. Okay, maybe. Does your son really like Neveah? I don't think so. They helped her get rid of that altar.
Here we go. Let's go into the altar.
My son really liked Neveah. He would have helped her find Jesus and God helped her get rid of that altar. That's what he would have did, because he know better. If he really liked her, when he caught her like that, he would have told her to come out here, let's pray. Let me help you. That's what, but no, what he do, he said, let's go turn this content up and get this money. Okay? If he really cared for her, he would have told her, because he knows Christ. And he know what she doing down there on her knees, worshiping them fruits and them oranges and them vegetables. He know that ain't gonna help her, her son, her future. And when he get ready to waive her or trade her to the Dodgers or the Lakers, ain't none of that bullshit gonna help her. Okay? So that's how you gonna know if my son love you or not.
Wow, is all I have to say. That's crazy. So she, first of all, she's not praying. Did you hear what was said just now?
Yeah, just I caught the very short end.
Okay, so he basically, the question was, does she really love? Does he think that Blueface really loves Neveah? And this is her answer.
He said, let's go turn this content up. Does your son really like Neveah? I don't think so. Because if
all of them some heathens, y'all. It's truly how I feel. All of them some heathens.
My son really liked Neveah, he would have helped her find Jesus and helped her get rid of that altar. That's what he would have did, because he know better. If he really liked her, when he caught her like that, he would have told her to come out here, let's pray. Let me help you. That's what, but no, what he do, he said, let's go turn this content up and get this money.
Now watch this.
Okay.
That's a lie.
If he really cared for her.
Pause for a second.
Go ahead.
So that's a lie. So we do understand, like, there's an equally yoked part in the Bible, but here's the problem. Like, so this, he's dating this woman, right? But
yeah, he just had a baby with her. She
right.
was actually pregnant when he first saw her do the work.
Right. So there is that bond, but she forgets Corinthians 7:14, right? And so it says, for the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now they are holy. So it doesn't take two people to be saved. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He can have a spouse who is not Christian and she be covered by his, but he ain't saved neither.
Well, thank you.
What the hell is she talking about? Nigga got tattoos all over his face looking like Rugged Bone. Right. If you worried about freaking daggone Voodoo, worry about the daggone freaking the gang symbols and stuff all over his face, woman.
Right.
Worried about somebody freaking worshiping or having a spiritual altar, but your son is look like he just got out of daggone Rikers Island.
He did just get out of prison, though.
Okay, so I think they have bigger fish to fry.
And I think that he covered his face up like that because he didn't want to look too cute in prison.
He's supposed to know better about witchcraft, but don't know better about freaking daggone about drug and gun violence and all. You know what I'm saying? Right. So she over here trying to freaking admonish her son for having a. I'm gonna tell you what that is. Mommy just don't like any woman that he's with. if she don't represent everything that she is, that his mother is. Though there's a culture in Africa where when a woman is about to get married, she's betrothed. Don't you know that all of the women of the husband side, or the, you know what I'm saying, they start spitting and doing dirty stuff to the woman, right? That's about to get married, up and all the way up until she actually gets married. If she, basically makes it through, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, the abuse that she has to take from the husband's female relatives. And even when she's getting ready to get married, they're spitting at her. They're cussing her out on the way. Like, how we walk down the aisle and niggas are throwing rice and flowers and stuff. Oh no, really? They over there spitting on and throwing mud and cussing her out on the way down the aisle. And I'm telling you, there's a culture, and it's an African tradition. I don't know which country or which tribe, you know what I'm saying, does that, but there's a specific tribe where in order for the woman, you know what I'm saying, it's like an initiation into her being married into the family. She has to take the abuse of the other woman. Now, I'm just going to speak for my own self. My mama never liked not one woman I was with until it was time for me to break up with him. Then she was like, oh, she was so sweet. Like, woman, I leave my mother out of all of my relationships.
Right.
You
but
know
it's
what
hard
I'm
to do
saying?
that when you're on live streaming. When you're streaming into the world, everything that you're doing, how can you leave your mommy?
Mind your business, because clearly she didn't raise that boy to be a Christian. Otherwise, he would have freaking daggone been in a suit and tie with the red bottom shoes, you know what I'm saying, hanging from the daggone the roof of a church and stuff. You know, talking about he, you know,
right? Yeah, and see, the thing is that he's practicing polygamy without even doing polygamy. He has a Christian rock. He has all these different women.
So
Christian.
He ain't even saved.
Right.
I don't care how much he know. He ain't saved. I would prefer, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess, you know, I bet you she wouldn't have been mad if he had some rugged, sluggish bone chick with tattoos on her face talking all that.
That's who Christian Rock is.
But she ain't got no problem with the rugged, sluggish bone chick?
Oh, she got a problem with her too.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I think that the rugged girl actually beat up the mom at one point and knocked her own tooth out, running down the thing. And it's just been a show. They call it the circus, right? Yeah. But it's interesting. So in comes Ifá into this circus-like environment. And I know is your girl there? She probably might know a little bit.
She's here. She's gonna.
Yeah, like what are your thoughts about this whole thing? Are you familiar with Ifá? Is she familiar with Ifá?
Yes, I'm familiar with Ifá. My thoughts on it is it's supposed to be sacred. It's not supposed to be broadcasted.
Thank you. Right. Thank you.
Right.
And when it's done like this, then you get the opinions like this, where the mom got her opinion, don't know what she's talking about. Watch what she says. Watch this here.
He would have told her, because he knows Christ and he know what she doing down there on her knees, worshiping them fruits and them oranges and them vegetables. He know that ain't gonna help her, her son, her future. And when he get ready to waive her or trade her to the Dodgers or the Lakers, ain't none of that bullshit gonna help her. Okay? So that's how you gonna know if my son love you or not.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
And why is she approving that? Like, why is she even like kind of backing her son on?
The bigger question to me is mom's married or is she freaking divorced?
She's married.
She's married?
Yeah.
So she has a husband.
Yep.
Okay.
Crazy, right? Crazy, right? For years. Been married for years. But I don't.
You raised that boy to have all of them tattoos all over his face. And
right. She said something about it, but honey, he went to prison, came back looking like wild as hell. Right. He didn't have that before. I think he did that to not look so appealing in prison. I don't know. I think so, because he didn't go in looking like that.
Yeah, no, the tattoos and stuff like that are, you know, symbols and stuff, the status symbols, but they're also to be menacing and stuff like that. But I don't think, you know, that don't matter. The nigga was in jail, you know, in jail.
It sure as hell. They might have forced him to do it. Who knows? They might have said, you know what, you look too pretty. Go ahead and forced it and made him.
On my face, you can barely see it though. You know what I'm saying?
But not all over the face. Like he has them all, and it's like Chase Bank, you know, the Greyhound, a symbol, like a Mercedes Benz symbol. I mean, just,
man, you don't
a bunch of BS.
What the hell? That's corny as hell.
That don't mean nothing.
That's like corny as hell. Yeah, don't got no meaning. Like all my tattoos got some kind of spiritual, except for Batman.
He had the Major League Baseball.
I got one fun symbol on my, and that's the Batman, because me and my brother, when we grew up, we were Brian and Jody were Batman and Robin. So you know what I'm saying, I got the Batman symbol. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, all of my tattoos are significant. You know what I'm saying, there's nothing freaking, no freaking daggone. I got the Om symbol, I got the Dinkra symbol on my fist. I have Egyptian Isis on there. I got my Hebrew, my Chinese Kung Fu school that I Haile Selassie's on, and the
honey, he has a Major League Baseball logo on his cheek.
Oh, that's crazy, man. And she made a simple-minded Negro. I don't understand how these dudes be getting freaking so famous when they're so mediocre.
He makes like $40,000 like a month on this kick thing. I'm like, dude, dang,
mediocrity pays, huh?
Pretty much mediocrity and drama. So let's go.
Niggerisms, yeah, niggerisms.
Negroism, right? They didn't now they can't make no money off the music no more. Now people are just making fools of themselves just in general.
Just be chatting, bro.
Too slow. Didn't you see his mother say, "That's not my grandson," and I'm never gonna see him. Did you not get the memo? She said, "That's not your grandson and you're never going to see him." And Neveah said, "Never call my phone again." So don't y'all get on here when they wrestling with them babies, asking me to do nothing. Okay? The ones that told me they want me to be around their kids, that's what I be doing. That's what I be doing.
That's what I be doing.
Then you gonna try to blame it on me? Don't you see me? You seen me here all summer. I done built a whole goddamn playground in the backyard.
Mommy ain't never gonna like your girlfriend until she been around for a while. She gonna love them babies. She gonna love up on them babies, right? But she ain't never gonna like it. Sometimes we all know the mother-in-law issue. We all,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so I wanted to give people an idea real quick of like just the treatment that happens, how the conversation goes with them. And, you know, I believe that she must be initiated. She's not allowed to argue. People don't even understand that when you are initiated to an Orisha, you're not supposed to really go back and forth like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so like, you'll see him kind of like cutting into her real hard and she just got to be quiet because you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be a gentle spirit. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
I guess it depends on what head you got, right?
Yeah, I think that she's Oshun because I've seen her with the Oshun thing. But let's see. So as you can see, his face is all tatted. Let's go.
I don't play that. I don't know what type of nigga you think you're dealing with, but it's not that type. Why would you even say some dumb shit like that in my presence? It's 101 Dalmatians. Why would you even fathom your brain to fix your? No, I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at you fixing your something. Your brain said, "Let me ask this nigga this question."
And sit up and talk around other bitches around me, but I can ask a simple question. Do you want me to argue with you? Is that what you want? That's what I'm feeling like. Because I'm simply ignoring you.
Are you?
No. Do I look high to you?
You must be high.
Do I look high to you?
That. You gotta be.
Are you drunk? Are you drunk? Are you high?
Are you?
No.
Are you smoking? Are you off?
Never smoked that or did that shit a day in my life.
Do you do
Never
crack?
did it a day in my life.
Okay. Well, act like it then. You must be doing to ask me some shit like that. Are you a now? You want me to send you off and go make some money from me? We could do that.
Yeah.
Ask him how much he willing to pay to. And we could just start it off like that.
All right, Jellyfish.
No, all she asked is that could she join a like somebody wanted her to be on their platform. He turned it into a whole like you want to be you want to do this, you know, just like I mean. So he talks to this lady real grimy, you know, just real terrible, you know. And so I think we lost. Listen, I think that okay, here we go. Okay, did you get a phone call?
No. I was gonna stream to my Facebook, share your what you call it.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
So I had to switch the account over, and that's why it shot me out. And now I'm back with my
okay.
Facebook.
So what do you think about how he's talking to her? Now she just had a baby. The baby is clearly in the middle, but you know he's talking over the baby to the baby's mother.
Yeah, no, his mom's so Christian, she ain't tarry over that boy and put it and bring him the altar, because he has a demon on him. I'm worried about what the hell this other woman is doing, what she's doing, and he's the one. You know, number one, he's supposed to be the head, right? But he over here freaking daggone. You know what I'm saying? You know, on some street gangster. He ain't saved.
Exactly.
Ain't an ounce of freaking Jesus in that boy.
Thank you.
So what's your problem? What is her problem? with him having a spiritual woman. At least she's a spiritual woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She might be the best thing for his ass.
They don't even realize that she is a spiritual woman. Now, this whole thing, this whole cussing out happens. 19,647 people are watching.
Okay.
And this is how he's going to talk to her. Now, she just had a baby. This is how he just, and all she asked is that somebody asked if I would be on a show.
Right.
Can I come on the podcast? And he just goes ham.
You also have to equate for the fact that when these cats are trying to build content and stuff like that, they go all the way like the reality TV shows, and they they hype up the drama. So we have to equate for the possibility that they're hyping it up for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that their baby is still sitting right.
She looked like she was about to wrench around and wrench him off.
Child. Yeah. Okay. So let me just to give you some understanding of what's happening. There's a 4-year-old in the back. There's a newborn baby in the middle. This whole thing is happening with 2 children in present,
right,
front and center. So this is where like the content gets too much content-y when you can't.
Yeah, no, I would never do that to my lady in public, or you know what I'm saying. We have to have a conversation. We will have that in private. You know what I'm saying. And I'm not freaking. You know what I'm saying. Barking and you know what I'm saying. I would never do that to her.
Right. So let's see, when does content go too far? And then we're gonna go into her once again in front of her altar, and we're gonna hear like, okay, the work that she is doing, people are taking that like a negative, like a terrible thing that she's trying to do. But with this type of adversarial energy, what else can you do? But let's go.
Tell them $10 for the. $5 for the stream, $10 for the. Tell them that, since that's what your brain thinks. How much for me to go on another stream?
He's not gonna be able to let it go.
Sorry, you gotta hear all that, Superior.
It's like he's a demon.
You are real funny. You know that? All that manipulation shit that you trying to do, it's not gonna work. I hope you know that. Answering on the phone with your dad saying, "You see that? You watching the chat?" I don't give a fuck about none of that. Still care. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Okay. Dead homies. All you gonna do is put your dad in a situation because you chose some shit that you don't know how to live. Okay. So if that's what you want to do, yeah, that's what you chose. That's what you chose. Yeah. That's what you chose.
Cool.
Your father didn't choose that.
Cool.
You chose that.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So I'm gonna put your father in those.
Okay.
That you don't want to see him not make it out of. School crib.
Sure.
That's the last what how her dad feels. School crib.
He just let it on her.
Okay. Let that could be. Do not involve anyone else. You see how I told you not to talk to my mom?
Am I talking?
So do not have me and your dad in any altercation because you're a dumb.
Okay, shit
that's
like
how
that.
And shit really happens because like you're a dumb.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
So he's calling her all kind of bitchs. Now she just had a baby.
Right.
Like, what is this new generation? Like,
But
I get it.
But that's the lifestyle, and that's what he's projecting. He's the one who needs. Somebody needs to lay holy hands and rebuke the devil on him.
Exactly.
You
like
how demonize the girl who has a spiritual system that's not common to, you know what I'm saying, to his background, but he's wicked though.
Yeah.
He's promoting wicked stuff and talking wicked, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, who's the devil here? Her or him?
Yeah, then he went and called her lazy because she wasn't cleaning up the house. I mean, it's just a mess. Like, and I think that because of she's into this, she has to be. She feel like she can't really say nothing. You know, she probably was told that she's not supposed to argue.
Right.
That's where it gets weird. Is that sometimes you get told you're not supposed to argue. You know.
Yeah.
When you get your life reading, like I'm not really necessarily supposed to get too riled up and argue too hard with somebody. You know, I'm not supposed to fight, like physically fight people because somebody could pass on.
I do.
Well, you might not have that
Did you see the video? Did you see the video? I got caught on Facebook punching somebody.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. But people don't even realize that they're saying, man, she's so weak, she's so this, she's so that, because she's not really getting back with him. Like, no, you know what I'm saying? Like Krishan, will get back and they end up fighting each other physically, but she's like, I'm not going to argue with you, because she probably was told in her initiation.
So even with that, so she's exhibiting more spiritual and even Christian values in her behavior than he is.
Yeah, every once in a while she'll snap out, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, how much can you take? You know what I'm saying?
She's turning the other cheek and he over here daggone acting like the daggone adversary.
Exactly. And that's the part that I'm like, okay. So people are more focused on the fact that, she's a voodoo, she's doing voodoo. Well, honey, you need something to fight this type of attack.
He's straight up on some freaking daggone do as thy will, with the tats all over. My baby girl just got finished saying that there's a rumor about his sexual freaking, preference. I don't know if I don't think that's necessarily relevant, but bruh, you got a whole lot more problems than her religious practices.
You see, like, look at the posturing here. This person is just going in. The baby's in the middle, baby in the back sleep.
Nah, you don't do that.
You're talking all this vitriol over a baby that's
or minimize her in front of the children. Yeah, that's wickedness right there. He's the one with somebody need to take him to a Kojic church. A good Kojic church. So they can freaking tarry. Oh, Jesus, please don't blood on that Negro. What the hell wrong with this boy?
Yeah, it gets worse. Watch this.
Like that. I don't think nobody. What does your dad have to do with you sitting here asking me some dumb shit?
Daughter a dumb bitch. You think he'll like that when I'm not doing dumb bitch shit? I don't understand.
Did he like it when his daughter was in the shelter?
Couldn't do nothing about it.
Were you a dumb when you were in the shelter, or were you a smart in the shelter? Which one were you? Why not? So what can you do about this?
It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
But get his opinion.
His opinion.
He arguing like a.
He should have came and got you out the shelter. You wouldn't be sick.
You know who this reminds me of? Nature Boy.
Like a child, yo. Oh yeah.
Isn't this Nature Boy 2.0?
We got that spirit going around, yo. Your boy. You know your boy. No, we'll talk
Yada. I'm like, but you know why? You know what's so
everybody
crazy?
got mad because I said he was effeminate. You know what I'm saying? In that video when we were discussing the things that were going on, and the what was it? The college that had the gays thing going on. We was talking about that, and you brought that video of Yada up, and I was like, this nigga feminine as hell. And sure enough, this nigga, he had his, you know how men could cross their legs, right? So here's the deal. I and especially when these guys be having, like, you know what I'm saying, the shoes with no socks on. If you cross your leg all the way over, that's effeminate. If you do it where your leg, your foot is on your knee and your leg is displayed like that, your crotch is, because guys usually sit with their legs a little open. You know what I'm saying?
Right, to have
masculine if you're going to cross your legs. But even that, to me, this feels weird to me. Unless I'm doing like some martial arts, freaking out some yoga or something. There's no reason for me to sit like this. But when a Negro sit with his all the way clothes like he got a vajayjay, that's the first sign for me. He effeminate, and then he ain't got no socks on with shoes. Oh yeah, he the tongue going on here.
Not no socks on. Why the socks gotta matter?
I don't need to see your ashy ankles and you got freaking daggone wing tips on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yada was wild.
Yada's done.
And you know what? I did a whole show about Osab Meiji. So right now we are in
and I heard that
Osab
Yada
Meiji.
comes out of that school. That Yada comes out of the same school as
Dr. York.
York. See that right there? Like you can't trust none of them, boy. That's wild. But go ahead.
And you know who else went through the thing with Yada is the girl from Nature Boy. What's her name? I forget her name.
She was from because
the one who filed the suit against Nature Boy for rape. She was with Yada. When she left Nature Boy, she went to Yada.
She went
and he was abusing her too. And then she left that and went back to Nature Boy.
This dude. So and this is what I said too. Like so, I don't know, like how relevant this is, but the behaviors are very interesting. But like with the Yada, I call them panderers. Power you panderers, right? To keep it PC. But you know what I'm saying? What all of the things that he was saying was like soft flirtation. Even though he's sitting over here bigging up his wife, really what he's trying to do is get women's attention by making all of these really wild claims.
Grandiose. Yeah, I give my wife $250,000.
Send her 200. Like if you don't sit your effeminate,
short, like 5'2", pigmy self down. You don't sit your pygmy behind.
He get his toes manicured. I don't listen, B. Got cotton in between your toes. Stop it. Cotton balls over here with your legs crossed and shit with cotton balls in between your toes. You ain't no, and then you going and those are the Negroes who lay hands. Mm-hmm. They lay hands on them.
Napoleon complex.
Yeah.
And so I think that Blueface lays hands too. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. I remember when Christian was saying he had beat her up and ripped her hair out of her head.
Yes, that's what I'm kind of catching the vibe. Like he over there, you know what I'm saying, looking at her like he want to wrench around and wrench her off.
If that baby wasn't in the center and that other baby wasn't there, he probably would have.
If that camera wasn't on, you know what I'm saying?
The camera's the only thing stopping them. Yep. Let's go.
Now you sitting here with me, nigga.
Like I was in a shelter my whole life or something.
Pretty much. Too long for me.
But you was coming into my crib for shelter, everything happened.
My son will never be in the shelter with you.
Bro,
on the dead homies. Were you in a shelter with your son?
Well, we first met each other. When was I ever in the shelter?
Were you in a shelter with your son?
You were coming to my crib.
It's not about you being in the shelter. That's the part you're missing.
You were coming to my crib.
That's the part you're missing. It's not about you.
He was there. You were coming to my crib.
It's not about you being in the shelter. It's about your son being in the shelter.
Weren't you coming to
you
my
don't have a man in your life that gave a to say, hey.
You're making it sound like a bitch been in her shelter her whole life.
How long was you in the shelter?
Literally for like 1 month and a half, like barely even that, bro. What the f are you talking about?
What's your son?
He constantly likes to bring up the shelter situation, right? But then all this is to do is make sure that she don't call her father again. Or her father's watching.
It's minimizing. That's what he's minimizing her. He's minimizing her.
Yeah. And the whole thing, because the father
break down her ego, that's it's a form of manipulation. So what he's trying to do basically is, you know what I'm saying, minimize her because she, you know what I'm saying, had a nigga, you was in prison. That's a shelter.
You're in the shelter of shelters. You went to prison. You
went to prison,
came back
bro.
with face tatted, bro.
What are you talking about?
Right. For how many months?
How long was you in jail?
She don't even know what to come back with.
Touching your booty. This Negro needs. See, this the type of Negroes that piss me off.
You know what? And she didn't even know to come back with that child. Man.
With my son, yes.
Okay. You think that's like cool?
Your firstborn will go through everything with you. Yes, that's how life goes.
So where was your dad then?
That's what time it is.
He wasn't there.
Where was your mom then?
So now he's going to attack the parents. So now she don't feel like she can call her mom.
Right. So
dad.
That's alienation. So now he has to alienate her from her own support systems. That's the next part is the alienation.
That's narcissism, right?
Her try to break down her own sense of self, her own dignity break her down, and then turn around and then break down her support system, attack her support systems. That's it, the alienation. That she needs to get out of that situation. I'm sorry.
Right. That father called and said, listen, come home. But he like, oh, no. I have to put a monkey wrench in that to come home. Come home. How dare he? Was he saying that when you were in the shelter? You know what I'm saying? So now that's like turning her against her own father, you know?
Right. Trying to freaking make it seem like her father didn't do his job. Well, listen, women get a lot of freaking opportunities. Sometimes you got to freaking daggone, and men too. I got some opportunities, not as men, as much as single mothers, but single dads. You know what I'm saying? We get some opportunities.
You go to the shelter.
I had to stay at a family shelter. You know what I'm saying? But that was to get my foot in the door, you know what I'm saying, to another place to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, then you get in the shelter for like about 4 months or sometimes a month. They give you an apartment for a year. People don't even know that.
Yeah, what's wrong with being boots on the ground and being proactive? And you have to start from scratch sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I saw somebody post just recently. You know what I'm saying? This is what starting over looks like. And they had a little, you know what I'm saying, pallet with their blanket and pillows and stuff on the floor. And, you know what I'm saying, baby crib, they got a new place or whatever. And there is no shame in starting from the bottom. And sometimes you get knocked down a couple of pegs and you have to start over. There's nothing wrong with that. And any Negro like this dude over here, you know what I'm saying, he all, you know what I'm saying, haughty and his head is all up his own ass, sitting over here trying to minimize her. Because he got, you know what I'm saying, some money and stuff. Bro, you can lose all of that in a day. Ask MC Hammer. You can lose all of that. And be right back in a prison cell where people are freaking talking about whether you got touched.
Well, I think, didn't your girlfriend say that he got touched?
There's some, my baby, yes. Babe, what did you hear?
I heard that he was gay.
Well, it makes sense. Like, that's why he hates women, because it sounds like he's on some hatred. I mean, how can you she just had a baby and you're talking to her about this like that?
Giving her no honors, yo. No honors, not right in front of that camera, in front of the world.
On top of that, he allows for his ex-girlfriend, Krishan Rock, to come to his baby shower, to come to the baby shower and stuff, and
yeah, that's kind of cool.
and intimidate the girlfriend. He doesn't like her.
Yeah,
I think he's trying to get rid of her. He's trying to be as mean as he can to get her to leave on her own.
Well, she'll leave, and you know what I'm saying. I just hope he's ready to be, you know what I'm saying, to do his job as a dad for them kids. Because I don't see this lasting very long.
Me neither.
I don't see this lasting very long.
Her breasts are beginning to melt. You know what I'm saying? You see, like, she got like spots. Her boobs are milking. Like, she ain't even all the way. She need to be having a damn maternity bra. He probably told her to put this big bullshit on clothes. Yeah. No, you need to be sexy. Like, no, I need to have a maternity bra.
She's handling it very well, I think. But I think the best thing for her would be to, you know what I'm saying, to cut, you know what I'm saying, and work on a co-parenting relationship, because at this point, you don't need that kind of abuse in your life. You know what I mean? I don't care how much money the nigga come with.
Dude, do you know that this was like 2 days after she gave birth?
That's wild, y'all.
Do you know that she could have had a real
who's the real devil here? Who's the real witchcraft worker? See, the term witchcraft is not just used for people who do roots and spells and worship other gods, right? Witchcraft is what you just saw him do with the manipulation. Witchcraft, in the negative sense, the terminology that how they use it in the Bible and Christian folks, witchcraft is manipulation. It's manipulating anything, you know what I'm saying, unjustly. The wicked attitudes that he's showing her, the alienation of her support systems, the minimizing tactics, you know, these are what cultists do, and what, you know what I'm saying, abusive, you know, spouses do. Because, you know, I would say, you know, more men than women, but their women will do that too. I have a cousin who is the most mild-mannered cousin in the world. He is the sweetest young man. He don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't raise his voice ever. I've never seen him yell or freaking get hyped up. You know what I'm saying? He's just soft in a good way. You know what I'm saying? But his girlfriend, she's, you know, his baby mom's, she's drama. And she does that kind of stuff to him. You know what I'm saying? So it can go on both spectrums. But and I've seen men do this you know what I'm saying? I think I told y'all about my uncle, you know what I'm saying, not to put him on blast, Master P. You know what I'm saying? Love Master P. But he had some dark spots in his life, and we were right there to witness some of the treatment, you know what I'm saying, of some of, you know, our cousins' mothers. You know what I'm saying? The manipulation and the you know. Yeah, so yeah, I think you know, them demonizing her for her spiritual practices and him freaking making those attacks on her right there in the car in front of those children, you know what I'm saying, shows that he's the one who needs to be cleansed in the waters of Lake Minnetonka. Somebody need to dunk him.
Yeah, and it gets even worse. Like, I mean, you know, the abuse. It's like, and the thing is that people are they're getting off on, I think, watching her get attacked like this. Like, but the sad part is that, I mean, I'm glad that she does have her spiritual. We're gonna play a little bit of that coming up. I'm glad that she does have something to revert back to, because I don't think he's back to nothing. He's not. He's
how much money he has or what have you. She's not the depraved one in this relationship.
Wasn't there.
Where was your grandma then?
Wasn't there.
Where was your baby dad then?
Wasn't there.
Okay, so why the would we give a about what they think now when everything is peaches and cream? When you're chilling in the back of a truck with both your kids and you don't got to worry about waiting outside the doctor's office for you. When the did they ever? What? I don't want to hear that. Don't answer your phone when your dad is feeling the type of way. Just let him be a dad. Of course, he's supposed to feel the type of way. I understand that.
And look, the baby all in
between me and him.
The baby looked like the baby's listening. You know, I don't know how much that baby can understand, but certainly
it's a newborn. But you already know. I believe that babies that are
new. No, the one that's sitting right there with the head up, that's not a newborn. That baby got full head of hair.
Oh yeah, he's 4. Yeah, he's 4 years old. He's listening.
Yeah, that's a 4-year-old. Okay, so the baby knows a little bit about what's going on or hearing.
Oh, yeah, constantly. Yeah.
You know, that's not cool, yo.
He doesn't care. It's not his. It's not his son. That's not his son. So he doesn't care what he said. That's another thing about women. When you date another guy and that you have a child, especially a boy child, and this person doesn't have respect for you or your child, he'll talk to you anyway in front of your child. And so your child grows up having to watch this behavior. And how do you think he's going to treat women when he gets older? Because he saw his mom get treated this way.
Right.
Know what's going on. He's on the other side of the world watching from a computer screen. So don't involve that. Don't let somebody, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. No disrespect to your father. Your father's a cool guy. He's a good man. But you guys do y'all daughter dad time apart from me. I'm not good with shit like that. I'm going straight for the gusto.
He tried to clean it up, but that's like, you know, that's the same. You know how abusive people apologize after they abuse you?
Yeah,
that's what that was. You know what I'm saying? No, first you demonized dad, and you demonized her, minimized her, demonized her, alienated her from her dad. Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, he's a good man. No, but no, wait, just a minute ago you said he left her to freaking daggone be in a homeless shelter. Where was he then, right? So what are you saying? And that's the manipulation. It's 1 minute the tip. Say again, baby. Okay, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people got to start from scratch and build themselves back up. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in the shelter now. You're not in the shelter now. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they ain't no shame in the struggle.
I've been in the shelter, honey. I've been homeless.
Yeah, so
but I didn't demonize my family for me being in the shelter. It's like,
and where are you now? And where are you now?
I'm in a house. So
you're in a house. Your babies are beautiful, and they're freaking daggone
going to college. You know, my daughter's in college, got a full scholarship, everything.
This nigga think that what he's really doing is he's trying to manipulate her and what do you call it? Condition her to where she feels that she absolutely needs him because he has the money and all of these things. Oh yeah, you ride in the car with your babies and You know what I'm saying?
And I helped you, and I got you out of that
And
situation.
I did more than your daddy did, basically, right?
Right. Call me daddy.
He's a good man. I'm not trying to. Oh no, yeah. See, that's the whole thing. They'll soften up toward the end. You know what I'm saying? After they done tore you down, broke your family down, and turn around and act and then try to, you know what I'm saying, act like they got some grace. That's
so here's the thing. And the whole time she's watching the live stream, and the live stream is on his side. They are encouraging his behavior. And so she's reading, not listening to what he's saying. The live stream is backing it up like, yeah, get her. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be double whammy to, you know, you just had a baby and this person is talking to you crazy as heck, you know, and look at this. Hold on. Watch this. Hold on.
When you pick them up, like, we're two different people with the same goal. We care about our family. We want to have a great life with our children, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you trust me?
Yeah.
Okay, so why do you keep getting slick and smart with what I say? Like, I gotta break everything down for you. If I say I don't want to go in there, just trust that it's for your best interest, not for mine. Is this the first time you asked me some shit like that? Insisted, suggested? No, right?
The baby is fully awake in the back.
I bet you, just because I got super disrespectful this time, you will never ask me no shit like that again, right? But hey, that's all I'm saying.
So his whole thing is to be super mean so that she is in line. She won't ask again. So all that whole performance was a way to make her just not ever do it again. Right. That is the utmost manipulation.
Yeah. But you know, his mother, her attitude toward the girlfriend is bogus, and she needs to focus talking about he know Jesus, he know Christ. Clearly not.
He don't know nothing about.
And that's the thing too. Like, you got folks who are, I would say, they claim to be believers. There's a term for it. I can't think off the top. They claim to be believers, but they're just practicing like vainly. So that or they go to church just to go to church, or they post something about God. You know what I'm saying? Oh, God is good all the time. This, that, and the other. But they're not really invested in, you know, the Bible study and actually living out the, you know what I'm saying? It's just like lip service. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they say that his other
all the time. Hey, glory, right? And then turn around and freaking daggone be sleeping with somebody's husband or somebody's wife.
Yep.
You know, they're not really invested in the religion. It's just in the faith or the practices or the tenets of the faith. They just make a proclamation. Oh yeah, he should know. He knows Jesus. Clearly, he does not. He does not.
Yeah,
and what the Bible said when it said that, you know what I'm saying, many shall call upon my name, you know what I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying,
exactly.
Yeah. This is that kind of, this is the lukewarm, you know what I'm saying. Oh, he know Jesus. No, he does not. No, I don't know what Jesus he know. He know the upside down Jesus with the horns on his head. I don't know what Jesus y'all talking about.
Right.
People don't know nothing about no freaking daggone Yeshua HaMashiach. He don't know nothing about that book.
Exactly. Thank you. So I'm going to show this last part, and then we're going to go into what she's actually doing to try to even combat all this and how she's being received in that. It's like, it's imagine that you're going through all this, you're being treated like ish, and then you know, the audience and everything in this up and down thing. Let's go.
You talking about fruit snacks? Bitch, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Why are you calling me a bitch?
You're making me mad.
Why are you calling me a bitch? Why are you calling me a bitch?
What the fuck? Nigga,
No, I swear to God,
oh, you don't want the camera in your face. Oh, okay.
All right. Everything. I would throw something at him.
I want you to shop for a whole household full of people. That's what I want you to do. Not just for you to make. Not just me. No, that's not true. Will you shut the fuck up and listen? Why the fuck are you being so combative?
Why are you cussing?
Why everything I say you gotta say something like extra hard back? Like,
why are you cussing?
Because you asking me what I want, I'm telling you, and you fucking keep trying to like talk back. Like, just get the shit. God damn. You talking about fruit snacks? Bitch, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Why are you calling me a
Because now you're
bitch?
making me mad.
Why are you calling
Now
me a
you're making me
bitch?
mad.
Why are you calling me a bitch?
What the fuck?
What you talking
This
about?
is like, I feel like I'm.
She's breastfeeding the baby.
Yeah, and he just called a whole, you know what I'm saying, B word. Like it oh man, so much. You talking about her doing spirit work. He's doing spirit work right now, and ain't none of them spirits good. For her or the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So everyone wants to talk about what she's doing, but nobody's talking about plead the blood of Jesus over him and how he's treating her.
No, yeah, somebody need to take him to church and put him on the altar. He need altar call. Because that boy ain't saved.
He need to lay on the altar and just lay there for like a couple days.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
Yep. He needed one of them what they call them shut-ins.
A seance, like a whole thing. Like
over there freaking tarrying over that boy all night. Jesus.
Amen. Right. Well, hey, welcome to the stream, TT. What are your thoughts about what's going on with Blueface and Neveahs and her practice of Ifá?
Okay, so I practice Ifá. I'm actually at my godfather's house right now. One thing that I will say is that she's practicing Atlanta Ifá. It's not the real shit. In Atlanta, they have a phenomenon that's going on where people are going to Africa. They go to Africa in May, and then they're a high priest of Babalawo by June, and they're taking on clients and they're giving people instructions on their life when they're a baby themselves. When I saw her with the statues, burning candles and stuff, it made me realize that, you know, maybe she's just getting started in this stuff or she's just being led astray. But I think that, you know, it is very important because with everything that happened with the slave trade, us being able to have an aspect of our identity of who we was before that is very important because that's what gives us our power. That's what gives all people their power, is them having an understanding of themselves. You know, the iconography that we get when we go to church versus when we look at different cultures is different. You know, they give us Jesus on the cross, whereas, you know, you go to some Catholic church and you see Jesus with a sword. The reason why I mention iconography is because the African deities are very powerful. You know, we come from kings and we come from queens, and these are some of the traditions that they practice. I think it's important because, you know, they say that what's greater typically comes after. So for her to just be on the internet, you know, broadcasting and stuff, it is gonna spark the interest of a lot of people, and it's gonna have some of the young and up and coming people wanting to know about it. And you know, when they actually get to a legitimate and reputable priest, they will understand that, you know, in Ifá, we have something that's called Iwapele, and Iwapele means good character. Ifá says that if you have good money but bad character, it belongs to somebody else. If you have a good wife with bad character, she'll belong to somebody else, and so on. So it's important because I think about it like this, where, you know, we have like a lot of young men that, you know, get incarcerated, you know, that are in the streets, and, you know, they're joining these gangs as almost like a rites of passage, where I'm gonna go get jumped into the Crips, or I'm gonna go get jumped into the Bloods as a rites of passage. And it makes sense because within these African traditions, through initiation, that's what gives you the rights of passage to a man or to a special member within society. And if we look at cultures like the Jewish people or like the Mexican people, where in Judaism they have the bar mitzvah. In the Mexican culture, they have the what's the name of the quinceañera?
Quinceañera,
Yeah, the quinceañera. So I think it's important. Me just being a practitioner myself, I will say that this is one of the things that makes the most sense when it comes down to just life. Especially as like a black person, you know, it's a nature-based faith, and what it does is essentially allow us to be at one with the universe. But it's a lot of, you know, fake shit primarily coming out of Atlanta, and I think it's an awesome culture. And one thing about it, whether she's acting a fool with Blueface or not, it's still gonna be some people that's knowing about Ifá. It's people that's on the internet, and right now, you know, the world is in like a renaissance, or the world is like in a new exploration of the African culture and the African sciences. We have people like Skrilla that is, you know, coming out making the different music and music videos with masks and chickens and animals. And one thing about it is animal sacrifice isn't something that's crazy. If you look at every culture, they used to do it in the Bible. Okay, you go see the Jewish people, they make sacrifices every year. So it's honestly, it's a lost art and it's a lost science before Black people necessarily have.
You're starting to borg out. You're starting to borg out. You're borging out.
Now. No, his brother's kicking that.
But you're kicking it. You're right. 100%. I'm not sure if you're in a remote area, but you know your words were getting to like robotic, like you know, doing the regular thing.
Right. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna come back.
No, you sound good now. You sound good.
Okay.
You sound good now. Yeah.
So you know, like with me, like my dad, he was in the streets. You know, like he was an old time gangster and stuff. Always hear stories about it, and you know, I like to tell people sometimes where if it was as easy as you cleaning yourself with a chicken or a piece of fruit, or you're just going to see this person and they could give you information that could be detrimental to your life, would you do it? I've had conversations with people where they say, so I got to do this every Monday, or I can't eat this food, or I have to be responsible for this information in which that I've been given, and I will make them not want to even deal with the traditions, because one thing about it, people don't like being responsible for their own actions. Right. And that's why sometimes it's easier for them just go to church, because I could just go do whatever and give it to Jesus. But I think it makes sense that, you know, when these darker areas of our culture, or in these more frowned upon areas of our culture, that you have this renaissance of these people seeking enlightenment, you know. It's a beautiful thing. I don't quite know what's gonna come of it. Maybe, you know, one day everywhere you go, it's a big Ifá church, of, you know, it's a temple everywhere. But right now in the earlier stages, I think that the people that really need to be saved is the people in the trenches. Are going to be,
and that's interesting that she's kind of is getting introduced. It's just being touted as voodoo. I wanted you guys to hear like this stream where she's actually speaking to her Babalawo and she's doing the prayer.
I have a question. Aren't you the one? Didn't you do a podcast with Brother Oba?
Omar?
Oba Adadeyo from Atlanta. Yeah. So he's good people. He's solid. I started off watching his videos on Urban X, and he's really good. My mom has gotten a reading from him. My brother's gotten a reading from him. That nigga's solid as fuck. He with the shit.
For sure. So let's see this, because I don't know if she's practicing some Atlanta stuff or whether or not she might be a part of it.
I like that what he said. Yeah, like everything he
said. It might be, but I heard her altar does look kind of, because I'm like, where's the water? Where's the
fast food Ifá?
Ifá says that a good Babalawo is worth traveling. So, you know, everybody can't hop on the plane, but typically you're not doing a ritual over the phone with your priest. That is something that the Africans from Nigeria do. Not saying that it's uncommon, but that just goes to show, you know, she's at an intermediate level, and it's nothing wrong. She may not just have knowledge that, hey, these are how things are supposed to go, but maybe she does get in contact with like a legitimate priest, you know.
Right.
Good point, because she is doing it over the phone. Let's go.
It's how we don't let your enemy conquer you. It's how we give you power to conquer your enemy. If others never go feed, they know go feed, they go feed, they will Agbaragari to make the lot of their follow this will go more day bad. But I want to go say,
okay, so what do you think the biggest mistake that's happening here? Now we talked about the first mistake with the altar. What do you think the biggest mistake that's happening here that she's showing? What's your Zion and then TT? Let's go. What do you think the biggest mistake?
It shouldn't be broadcast. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. Why are we on TV doing this? This is sacred. You know what I'm saying? It should be between you and your, you know what I'm saying, your head and your, you know what I'm saying? Like this, why are we broadcasting this?
But then again, maybe this is part of what Ifá wants. Who knows? But what's your thoughts, TT?
I don't think that, you know, she's doing something more or less that's just like grotesquely wrong. I think, you know, there is a certain level of etiquette that needs to be had when you are practicing, and it isn't common, you know, to expose what you're doing to people that have been a part to this. But it's very popular to put on the beads nowadays, and everybody wants to know that they're doing this thing that was frowned upon 10 years, 20 years ago. Hey, I killed chickens. Hey, I got these beads on. And, you know, for me, it's more power to her. You know, if you want to show everybody what you got going on, then that's cool. Now, in 3 months, 6 months, if something bad happens, then we're going to say, maybe that priest that she was going to was some bullshit. You know, it's two ways this can go.
Right. It can go the other way.
Yeah, it's either everything goes right. You know, she put Blueface in her place. Maybe she get her own show. She runs up the check. Cool. You know, hey, you did a good thing. Or maybe you have some funny shit going on. But either way, I think that, you know, it's not by coincidence that this big name person is wanting to represent Ifá, wanting to represent Oshun. And I think in the future, we will see a lot more artists, a lot more entertainers that are on the internet that are part of these traditions. Now the whole little altar in the closet, I pray to God she don't burn that motherfucker down. You know, you ain't supposed to leave candles all in the closet and shit, but one thing about it, Ifá is so big. You know,
you said the altar in the closet is kind of dangerous.
Yeah, that's a little dangerous. But Ifá is so big, so it will honestly be hard to discredit whatever it is that they're doing, because in Ifá is 256 signs, and each sign is different rituals and different ebos, and there could be something for the priest to do remotely with the client. You know, they may have a very certain Vodou where it says, okay, maybe the priest gives a goat to Eshu, and as the priest is giving the goat, the person is on the other side of the world praying or something like that. So, like, with Ifá, honestly.
So what's happening here is that he did a reading for her. From what I understand, he clearly did a reading for her, and he's telling her what her reading is. The biggest mistake I'm seeing here is that you don't let everybody know what your reading is. That you don't let everybody know what your Vodou is, what your Vodou came in, and all this other stuff. Because if you have a person that understands what the Vodous are, and this that they can attack you if they are malevolent, if they have a you know, are maleficent, whatever. Yeah. Now you are exposing your Vodou to people that probably might not have your best interest. That's the biggest thing. Because I think that she had Osun Meiji,
right,
or something like that.
O'Shea or Osa Meiji. Was it?
I think it was O'Shea Meiji. I think that's one thing that came out. O'Shea, and that's Oshun, right? O'Shea Meiji.
Nah, well, the thing is, it maybe Oshun does speak in that sign, but there's no correlation to my knowledge that O'Shea has to do with Oshun. It could, but
let me make sure that's what he said. Let me hear it again. Oshun Meiji.
So right now it sounds like he's speaking an incantation. It doesn't so much sound like that. That's like, it could have been what came out in the reading, but it sounds like he's just giving like the incantation. Whenever, you know, the priests are saying the Ifá verses, a lot of times they will state which Vodou the prayer comes from.
From Yemoja. So it's like O'Shea Meiji with Yemoja protecting her. That's what I heard.
It's. I'll be honest. It's hard to decipher, you know, what's being said. The accent that the Nigerians have don't make it easy, especially when we're on the phone trying to listen to somebody else on the phone. It could have something to do with Neveahs, you know, it could, but
No, she ends up doing a prayer to Neveahs. You're gonna watch.
Good children for you. Your children, you will not see problem on your children. Your children will be good children for you.
That's it.
Brother, you receive good blessing. Your head will reject bad evil. Your head will receive good blessing.
So he's doing a reading. That's why he's doing. Well, he's singing the Vodou. So if anybody knows what that Vodou is, of that O'Shea Bara, it's like O'Shea Bara. It doesn't
even really require them having like knowledge of the Vodou, because if somebody just knows that she's doing that kind of stuff and they're wanting to protect themselves, they can just go see a Babalao. The difference is they may have somebody that they can go see in person, or whatever the case. If somebody wants to do witchcraft on her or wanted to do something bad to her, I don't think that priest on the phone can do anything to save it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because if you know her Vodou that's coming down, you know how to attack her. Because O'Shea Bara. Now you know how to work against it. The opposite of that is whatever that Vodou is. But it's only certain people probably that know how to do that. What I'm saying is that should never be broadcast. So if anybody else sees this is what you don't do in front of 20,405 people.
But then again, I will say though, because if she wants to go to Africa, if she wants to go get initiated, and if she wanted to be a priest, she would have a ton of God kids, because these 20,000, 30,000 people are gonna see her as a legitimate source. Yeah. So, if she does want to go be a priest, hell, I might get a reading from her.
Well, I think she already has her hand of Ifá and she has her Oshun, because she has the beads. I'm not sure if that.
Nah, she just has the beads. She also had a hand of Obadala and a hand of Oshun, which they don't give out. I'm sure that she just purchased those from a store, or somebody just.
Sometimes when you get sometimes depending on who the Babalawo is, you might get a Obatala to protect your head, and she might be going through something. So sometimes they will give you Obatala, because even my kids, when they got their hand of Ifá, they got Obatala with it.
Yeah, my father.
I've seen it. Brother Oba spoke about when he was young. I want to say he got Oya. He got Oya or some shit when he was a kid or something like that. So I definitely believe that, but we would see Oshun or Eshu, we would see something. We would see her Omila, we would see her Osun, we would see something, not just a statue of Oshun.
Well, maybe that's what she's doing. Maybe she does have Oshun somewhere in the house. Maybe she's doing that too.
Unless she's an Iyawo, which I haven't seen her in white for a year, she wouldn't have that big muzzle of Oshun. It's a dead giveaway where she got all those big ass beads on. She ain't really with the shit. That ain't how we look. That's not what's going on.
Well, let's hear the rest of it. Let's go.
Everything you lay your hand on will be prosper. When you walk, you are going to have money. When you sleep, you are going to have good sleeping. Sleep good. Wake up good.
Yes, I say.
You are not going to be have bad dream.
No.
If I
She might be on her way to get initiated. She probably is on her way to get initiated. That's what it sounds like to me. Is that she probably was told that she was Oshun. She probably got her hand of Ifá, and she is doing the best she can with what she knows how to do until she gets over to Africa to get her initiation. Because
if I will give you peace life, if I will give you rest of mind, your life will smooth for you.
Okay.
Your life will be good for you.
It will.
One thing that I will say, pause it for a second. One thing I will say, in Africa, they don't use candles. So she's speaking to a traditional priest, and Ishese priest, and the Itana isn't. The Itana is the candle. That's not a focal point within their practice. In the Lukumi, and the New Way, we use candles for everything because we say that the Risas need to be able to see the offerings. But if she's on the phone with a Ishese person and they're supposed to be on some kind of joint ritual and she's lighting candles, that's some fake shit. That sounds like some Atlanta shit. Which I remember in the video, she was like,
they say Ishese Kumi, Ishese
Luca Shay. Yeah,
right.
All
right, they kind of combine it a little bit.
Look at say, which I mean, more power to you. I think that at some point in time there are gonna be some people that understand Lukumi and they understand Isheshe and they can combine certain aspects, but it's just not traditionally done. The Atlanta Ifa or Isha World is an epidemic.
Isn't she in LA? Maybe they have like a Atlanta kind of thing in LA too, where kind of similar, where they like are combining Isheshe with Lukumi, and it's kind of coming out like that, where they're doing kind of
in various.
But she had other people on the phone with her when she was doing this. There was other people.
Yeah. So,
but if she did the whole like prayer to Neveahs in front of everybody, like check this out.
Your prayer will be accepted. Your prayer will manifest in your life.
Indeed.
So it shall be.
Ashe.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Baba.
All right.
So she's on the phone with other priests, right?
All right. You wanna go ahead and start the pop hours? Call them all out. For those that spoke on my sacred soul, bite the tongues that play with my sacred soul.
Okay.
Shame those that play with my sacred soul. Spit on those that play with my sacred soul.
What's going on in the background?
Beloved Neveahs, Mother of the Deep Waters, I come before you with reverence and love. I seek your guidance, protection, and blessings in my life. Neveahs, Divine Mother, embrace me with your protective presence. I invoke your wisdom and compassion to heal my my heart and soothe my soul. Help me to release any emotional burdens and find inner peace in your loving embrace, Goddess of fertility and creation. I humbly ask your blessings on my journey to motherhood. Grant my fertility, a healthy pregnancy, a healthy birth, a healthy love, nothing but protection, nothing but guidance. Ashe. Mira, you want to say anything?
Ogun, he gonna stand every time. Shango, we always gonna say victory. Oshun, she gonna sweeten up the way for you. Oh yeah, she gonna meet you where she need to meet you at for your loved ones that's on the other side. And Alegwa, he's standing at the crossroads. So, they just there for you to call on them. That's on you. You really been sparing these folks, but That's your choice. If it was up to me, it'd be up. But you know, you're so merciful. You're so merciful.
I'm so merciful.
It is real bad.
So, yo,
listen, you know, I don't
like how they
play.
Yo, what's up, my guy?
Break down what you was talking about Atlanta Ifá. I need that because that's interesting.
Okay, well, within the last couple of years, there's been an influx of botanicas, an influx of spiritual temples, an influx of individuals that are practicing Ifá Orisha's traditions, but don't have the credentials to support it. Typically, priesthood for Ifá and Orisha takes anywhere in between 5 to 10 years for somebody to, you know, be liberated from their godparents, and people are going to Africa and coming back, opening up shop. Which on one side, you know, one thing I want to say, what Ifá says is, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. So it makes sense because, you know, with Ifá and Orisha not being popularized in Atlanta until recent times, there's nobody to mitigate or to debunk some of these people that are doing whatever the fuck that they want to do. One thing about it, you know, Atlanta has always been big on the scamming. It's always been big on black people getting over on black people, and African Americans doing whatever the fuck that they want. And sadly, that has bled into the Ifá and Orisha practices. One thing about it, though, is when we look at the current state of Nigeria, you know, the black people, they want to be like us. You know, they got the Gucci hats, they got the Gucci shoes and stuff like that. And it's a little bit more deplorable than, I would say, the culture that is necessarily found coming out of Cuba and the other Caribbeans. The Isheshe practice is, you know, it's unmanicured. It's a older way of doing things, and I like to always tell people, it's like, would you want like an old car, or would you want a brand new car with all the features? On one side, you know, that old car could have a steel body. You feel me? It could have, I guess, a few good things about it, but for some reason, you know, God allowed the transatlantic slave trade to happen. And in Atlanta, you know, I think that ethics is something that is suffering. And I think that, you know, whether somebody's Isheshe or Lukumi, that, you know, they have the ability to be a great priest. But, you know, in Africa, that shit is bad right now. So, of course, for $3,000, $2,000, cool. I will give you this title. I will give you this license for you to do whatever you want, because we struggling over here and this shit is fucked up. And is I think, you know, what was greater is going to come after. But it also, if you look at the association between like the Atlanta rap music, I'll be honest, I see so many times where like the rappers, they rapping, they got the Ifá on, and they make a song. I wouldn't go see a Baba after I caught a Bobby or something, and then the nigga end up dead. So, you know, I think that's another thing that needs to be discussed, because it's a lot of people like Marlo, Esco. Those are just two that I can think of off the top of my head. But it's a lot of people that are getting a ass body, that are getting murdered, they're getting killed, they're dying early, and they were supposed to be a part of Ifá. I even see priests where the priests are posting their god kids like RIP. I saw this one lady giving her godchild fucking cleaning with a towel with a white sheet, and I'm like, damn, RIP, that's probably why the nigga died. You should have took it to a real priest. But it's just like, you know, anything, you know, it's gonna be good people, it's gonna be bad people. The thing is, this is a divine spiritual practice, and, you know, Ifá is perfect, but human beings are full of transgressions and full of mistakes. Yes, sir. And, you know, Atlanta's Black Hollywood. So I think that there's a ton of like spookism. There's a ton of spiritual gangster. Like, it's a ton of fucking ignorance that is applied through these traditions, and is nobody to stop them. You know, a lot of like the bigger name temples and stuff I see them with the parties, they're drinking. It's a lot of women that participate within nightlife, and, you know, by night they're a stripper, and by day they're at the temple.
Right.
You know, and not saying, like I said, I've seen some foolery in Lukumi and things like that, but in the Sese stuff, it's not a real way for, like, I guess those priests that are over there in Nigeria that are initiating and sending these people over here to rectify the practices of their godchildren,
right?
Because they're 5,000 miles away, so they can't.
It's interesting because and that's a great point. Like and that's what I was kind of trying to find out, because like in the martial arts community, and especially like Chinese martial arts, I've been a Chinese martial arts practitioner for years. When I went to open a school up underneath my Sifu's banner, my martial arts instructor's banner, Chinese people came and checked on me with my, you know what I'm saying? Like if they didn't know me, they didn't know, they came to see my lineage. They wanted to know who I was to be instructing and teaching a traditional Southern Chinese martial art. I had a dude pull up on me, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that I wasn't using that the name of Hunga and I'm not, you know what I'm saying, legitimate. And I think that there has to be that kind of oversight, when it comes to spiritual things, like, you know what I'm saying, rites of passage and these kinds of spiritual and, you know what I'm saying, belief systems. You can't just have people just running around, you know what I'm saying, go pay a couple of $1,000 and now all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, they can do some readings and run around and act like they're, you know what I'm saying, that there's some, yeah, that's exactly the point that I was looking for.
I agree. It's like you give somebody a license and a car, they may wreck the car, or maybe they break the rules, but it ain't no police on this highway. So
right.
It can do whatever.
Right.
One thing about it is it's very distasteful, to see it. I don't, I guess, get all caught up in trying to save everybody, because it's a part of me that feels like everything happens for a reason. So those people that are in Atlanta, maybe they make it to see some real stuff, maybe they don't make it to see some real stuff, but I have a brother that lives in Atlanta. He's like a scammer, you feel me, like, and I don't.
Here's the part is that she's not in Atlanta, so where is she getting this?
Well, in a video, she says that her people are in Atlanta, so she knows somebody in Atlanta.
So her family, right. She okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So did she get initiated in Atlanta, or did she go to Africa?
She's never been initiated. I would bet money we can have a running bet. We have a running bet.
Because I see her with the beads. I'm like, where'd you get the beads from? Did you get your head, or did you get, like, what happened?
Probably got them on Temu.
Wow. Yeah.
probably got a package. That's why she got those specific ones, because they came in the deal. Probably buy.
She has the full. She has the full Oshun, and she has the Obatala, and she had to have gone through initiation to get these particular.
He said Temu. That was diabolical.
Yeah, not Temu. That she can't get. Let's not do Temu. Etsy at best, but even if you get them off Etsy, they might be consecrated. Even if you get them off.
Don't sleep on Temu now. You can get a whole.
But so for those that don't know, this is no Oshun, Ileke.
Mazel, but those ones are traditionally placed on a Sopera Oshun to hold down Oshun. So if she had Oshun, if she was doing all this stuff right, I promise you we would see Eshu somewhere. It wouldn't be all those candles. That's not all those candles. We maybe do one candle.
It looks like she had, okay, well, when I look at her arm, like she got Oya. Wait, is that Oshun?
Zoom in on it. Can you zoom in?
Let's see. That's about as close as I can get to it. I don't know how to zoom in. But you can see hold on, let me do this. Maybe you can see the Ileke better. You see that? So she has this, it looks like a purple and yellow or maroon and yellow.
All right, so yeah.
Then she has her Ifá, and then her, Obatala, and then she has her Ileke. So she might have got initiated into
I see
her head, which is
I see the green and yellow Romilai Day. I see the yellow. What's up, sissy? The green and yellow roomy light day. That's how I put out the blue. Boy, I boy, she say. You alright? Yes. You fresh as hell, man. So she has the roomy light day on. She has the Oshuni day, and she has the Obalai day. If she was a crown person, cool. You feel me? No problem. I don't think that if she was that she would be on the phone having whoever do whatever. You know, she would have her stuff. It could be that, you know, maybe all her stuff's at her mama house or something like that. But
yeah, she'd be able to do her own reading, right?
Another thing is she doesn't have a metal band. So, you know, whenever you see a crown person, they will always have the metal band of Obadala around their wrists that they're never supposed to take off. And she does not have that. She just has an Obadala date. So that's another giveaway that, hey, she's not crowned. She just has these beads on because she would have a silver band around her wrist.
Well, sometimes people will do that just so you don't know what's going on, you know?
Nah, if she's a crown person, we would be able to find a picture or video somewhere where she has the metal band of Obadala around her wrist. She the same way she saw on those other beads, her having a metal bracelet. It wouldn't be something she's trying to hide. It wouldn't be like, hey, I'm gonna show you these Idani lekes, but I'm gonna hide that I'm actually crowned. Nah, that's not how that works.
Okay, well, you know. But yeah, so she has those Ide, and you know, of course, you know, so Blueface is like, you know, up there, like she's up there doing that thing. So he's got the baby.
Why he got that old slave hat on?
I think that's his daughter's like Easter hat. I don't know what he's got.
Oh man, he over here looking like Chicken George.
He looked like a Congo, man. She may have a Congo spirit over there. He looked like a Congo.
Oh, okay.
Something's going on. Look,
he about to. Oh yeah, he about to hold baby up.
Oh, I gotta get my mommy brochure on how to fucking use this chat.
It's interesting. But yeah, he's up there. She's up there doing that BS again, you know. And so it's interesting, like to see like the response, right? So let me just like make this a little bit.
So what did he want? A girl that's popping pills and freaking clapping cheeks, and that's more acceptable than a woman who is trying to tap into her spiritual and cultural. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong with folks.
So let's get into what the comments were. Can you guys see the
no problem with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm you know, like that's the kind of woman okay, so if she's not Christian and you was raised Christian, but is she spiritual, right? She's not out here freaking daggone, you know, promoting sexual debauchery and putting BBLs and you know what I'm saying? Like,
so so this is the response, okay? Jesus is the only way. Okay, I rebuke that spell she tried to do in the name of Jesus. I rebuke her in the name of Jesus. She's doing that in his house. That house is gonna be full of evil spirits. Honey, I mean, hell, like I think it's already full. It says somebody said it's already full of evil. Blueface is the devil. Okay, no one's gonna buy that house after the foreclosure.
At least you called it, yeah.
After seeing their videos, hell no. After the part they moving out and leaving them demons. I wouldn't take her to the new spot, period. I don't like none of this around me. This would have to go. The Holy Bible is all you need. He better not take her to his new home. He making a big a mistake for real. Yeah, this is dangerous. I have to try to cast a spell to make someone want me. I'm good. Wow. Put her out before she poisons you, Blueface. She'll end up permanently gone. This is dangerous. She's unhinged. She's weird. Listen to how she talks. That baby is so precious. Where did she learn this from? She was raised by her white grandparents. Once you release those demons, you can't control where they go. They whole house playing with fire, but carry on. I would run her out. I rebuke any witchcraft and bind up the spirit of witchcraft in Jesus' name. Whether this is fake or content or not, spirits don't know the difference. And once you open that door, you aren't getting them out. She deserves everything that comes her way. Rebuke this through my screen in the name of Jesus. Abracadabra, make Blueface be nice to me. Boy, wow. Get your baby and run. God, wrap your arms around. Look, this is this. Wow.
I told you somebody was gonna plead the blood. Go scroll back up.
Somebody, they pleading the blood. I plead the blood of Jesus.
Blood of Jesus. He probably shut down.
All right, you guys. I thank you guys for having me on the show. I hope to do it again, but I gotta run.
So, all right. So, I want to get like some final words from you before you go. What are your thoughts?
My final words are that one day Ifá will be as
froze.
You froze.
I think that was because we just plead the blood. I'm just joking.
Okay.
Go ahead, say it again. Go ahead, start all over.
Yeah. And one day Ifá will be as big as Christianity, Islam, and the different religions that are practiced throughout this world. If we look at the statistics, it's already up there in numbers. It's just not the most popular tradition. One thing that I will say is I know that you guys saw the Catholic Church with that skull for that saint.
Yeah, we saw that.
Okay,
Yep, the Catholic.
One thing about it is that I feel like that changes the narrative of Christianity, because they're, first off, if you believe that you're eating the blood of Jesus and this bread as his flesh, that's human sacrifice. But then we see y'all pulling out heads like y'all trying to build it in Ganga or something.
Now you can't put Catholicism on all of Christianity.
I mean, it's the root, right? That's who was running around tearing shit up, right?
The root actually goes before the Roman Catholic Church. You got to go all the way back to Ethiopian Christianity, which predates Roman Catholicism.
So the question would be, are there in any church of Ethiopia, even if it's just a small sect, a secret sect, are they using human bones?
No, they don't do that. They don't pull that crap. What the Catholic Church has done, that's a part of old Greek traditions from their old religion. You know what I'm saying? Zeus, you know what I'm saying? All of that transitioned into Roman Catholicism. When you see Ethiopian Christianity, which predates that, they don't even do statues like that. There's no statues. They might have paintings and iconography, but they don't do all of that skull stuff, and those guys are practicing something else.
Yeah.
So that's that skull. Like, hold on, for people that didn't see it, this is the skull he's talking about.
This is satanic right here. Yeah, that's
where he's putting the skull inside the thing. So as much as people want to be pleading the blood, and honey, they should have pleaded the blood of whatever the saint or deity that they're putting
they put the skull into the statue, and then they're going to get down and start kissing on the statue. That's wickedness to me. I don't know.
I mean, the thing is, it's a lost spiritual science. So if they're able to retain the spirit of whatever sacred person that was, because they have the skull and they understand the ritual to be able to balance that energy and utilize it, then it just goes to show that the practices found within African spirituality is something that isn't just of our blackness. Maybe they stole it, but it's science at the end of the day. And I think that that's something people need to understand when they are practicing any spiritual thing. This is a deep spiritual science, and whether Ifá, whether Paulo Mayombe or whatever the case may be, it's our personal isheshe. They say that's your original traditions. I personally think that us black people or people in general could serve by looking at the strength of Christianity, because at the end of the day, it's kind of powerful for the white people to be able to say, yeah, my ancestors, they went and tore that shit up. Yeah, we went and fucked that shit up. We enslaved them niggas, and they must have knew something. One thing about it, Ifá speaks about the Oya Imbo. It speaks about the white man and Osa Meji, how they made sacrifice in heaven, and so that they could come to this world and give us technology and various things like that. But as far as Ifá is concerned, it will be big, and I think that what Shorty got going on, it's just a small fraction. But Ifá is meant to save our broken world. So what better way for us to save our broken world by going to the broken people first? Skrilla, the street nigga, he's broken. He needs help. Cool, let's save him. That who he's reaching out to is the people that are maybe criminals or that aren't doing the right things. Those are the people that need the help. Neveah, Blueface's baby mom, she may be appealing to some women that don't have the best moral conduct or whatever the case may be, and those women need the help. I don't think that is going to be the people at the church that need it the most. They all right, they got Jesus, but yeah. Definitely be on the lookout. But once again, it was a pleasure, and I hope y'all have an excellent day. Ibru with Boya Boshe. And if y'all want to know more about Ifá, more about Orisha, more about spiritualism, check out Brother Oba Adedayo, Omadina Productions, Ekun7 on Instagram. He has a ton of videos. Check out his old stuff, Urban X. He has a ton of stuff. But once again, thank you guys.
Peace, brother. Appreciate you.
Right, that was beautiful. Thank you. And so, what are your final words?
Have you ever had this brother do a show or anything?
No, I would love to bring him back on and do
yeah,
one.
like he's very articulate, very, you know what I'm saying, very. I like the vibe, I like the intelligence and what he's got to bring. He's very well versed in his knowledge and his walk. Yeah, I respect.
Yeah, that was awesome. I think that's.
I'm glad he popped in because I couldn't give you that much help. I'm over here pleading the blood on niggas.
Play the blood of Jesus. The blood. So, what's your final word before we wrap this up?
So no, for me, and I think many people probably think, because I'm a Rastafari Israelite, you know what I'm saying? For me, I had both worlds, right? I had my father in the Ifá, and I had my mom, and my mother's side of the family were all clergy. And so the balance for me was the Ethiopian, you know what I'm saying, Christina, Rastafari, Israelism, right? So that was the balance for me, for both worlds. I think for me, so there are some Christians who would rebuke, you know what I'm saying, Ifá. I know that through some of my studies and stuff and a lot of debates and stuff, there is a history of Black Judaism that is intertwined. There's a brother here, Eche, right, babe? You went to we've gone Adonfo. Big shout out to Adonfo drum and dance ensemble. I'm a part of the. I play drums and I play congas and everything like that. David is from Ghana. You know what I'm saying? Eche, we call him Eche. You know what I'm saying? He's from Ghana, and there's a large Ghanaian community here that I'm tapped into, and so I don't have the same sensitivities towards Ifá or African spiritual traditional systems as some Israelites or some Christians may. And they might say, "Oh, well, you shouldn't engage with people who worship other gods," but I don't see it that way. I see it as just like because my dad was Lukumi, right? So he was the Cuban branch, and the heads, the Orisha, were saints. You know what I'm saying? That to me, you know what I mean? The candles they had freaking biblical saints with African names attached to them. So I'm desensitized to that fear. I think that people's fear of African traditional systems also shows how they lack knowledge of the actual Judaic spiritual system. They've learned too much Western Christianity and start to demonize things that if they really read their Bible, they would. So sacrificing and all of that stuff is biblical, right? So
absolutely.
So not to confound my be confounded or confound what I'm saying is that I love the tradition of Ifá, you know what I'm saying, and I believe that there is a bridge between Ifá and the Judaic, you know what I'm saying, and the Afro Christina, the Ethiopian Christian traditions. I don't have a problem with it. I have a problem with people being thugs and people propagating niggerism. And when I say niggerism, I'm talking about what white people and white races have determined us to be. We then follow that suit. So we're supposed to be gangsters and thugs and sexually, you know what I'm saying, promiscuous. And there is a culture within Black culture that has acquiesced to that. has become the Sambos and the you know what I'm saying, the you know what I'm saying, the sexually over sexualized, and you know what I'm saying, and thugs and gangsters. That those are the people who acquiesced to the program. And then you got people who are breaking the program, becoming spiritual and finding their spiritual root, whether it be Israelism or Christianity or Ifá or what have you. I prefer to I'm not attracted to a sexy red. I'm attracted to a girl like Neveah. Even as an Israelite, I think I would have had a conversation with her before I would have had a conversation with somebody, you know what I'm saying, clapping booty cheeks and BBL stuff. Because she's doing something spiritual and inward. And
she's trying, you know.
She's trying, you know what I'm saying? So for them to sit over here and try to support, it's a lot of those women in that chat just, I think just like Blueface. Oh,
right.
Devil, and this nigga is evil. There is nothing Christian about him. He need to get dunked several times. And
right. Water. They need to like just damn near suffocate his ass in the water.
A whole bottle of freaking virgin olive oil on his head. And strap him off for Jesus. Come on, B. This dude is freaking wicked. But but because black people are so used to that, and they say, "Oh well, he got a Jesus piece on. He know Christ." No. Not all who call upon my name will be saved.
Ashe.
That Negro ain't got no Jesus in him, and neither does his mama.
There we go. Right?
Come on now. That's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, and listen, the next conversation we're gonna have.
Oh no! This boy got a pink bra on. Oh, damn. It looked like a halter top. And it looked like
we're gonna see. There's one side. There's one side where we got the dudes that's dissing the women, treating them like crap. But then now you got the dude saying that you need to be you need to give your woman all your money. You need to do this and
that.
He
got the gay face on, but then going upside that woman.
Going upside upside their head.
Because he believes he's a bad bitch.
Child, so it's like we like, what do we do either way? Let's go.
Slapped her and then friggin' did
teach a man how to love
3 snaps in a circle.
How to show up for you, how to be there for you. It's impossible. You can't teach a man how to love you because a man loves through his actions. And if you watch the way he treats you, listens to the way he speaks to you, he is showing you how much he values you in his life.
He was almost like a Derek Jackson, you know, the type of man who seemingly says everything women want to hear. He talked about having dinner cooked and waiting for his woman hand and foot, spoiling her after childbirth, paying her for the work she does as a mother.
I pay my wife $150,000 every time she gets pregnant. I also make her nutritional meals, give her massages, and hire any assistance that she needs. You don't have to be.
Ladies, if a nigga hands you $150,000 every time he go upside your head, you staying?
When he
you staying. You staying for a couple of years. Just you know what I'm saying? You gonna stack something. You know.
That's why I think that Neveah is staying for the same reason, because he just was telling me, I just gave you $14,000. What you do with it? And she's like, well, and I'm like, okay, so this is what women will do. They're willing to put up with anything because a man has money, and because that is
money. That's the hypergamy turned upside down on y'all.
Oops, upside its own head. Hypergamy gone wrong. I'm gonna do a show called Hypergamy, when hypergamy, you know what I'm saying, goes wrong. When hypergamy goes wrong. That's gonna be
all the way wrong.
we gonna address it. Y'all check this out.
We gotta do that. Yeah, let's do that show.
We gotta do that. Like, listen to this.
Provide for a woman 100%. You just have to be willing.
And taking her on trips so she could escape the everyday stresses of life.
Bo,
See
my
who that
darling,
Negro is getting.
there's a content creator by the name of Yada Awakening. That guy makes our husbands look like they ain't pulling their weight. So if you feel you have a husband that is doing the most out here and he is doing what he needs to do as a husband, loving you, supporting you, providing for you, being there all for you, go and check Yada Awakening's content. And I mean, what? Yo, that man, if every man was like that, women would be happy out here, hey?
But ladies, what is the first thing that most men say when you show them one of these videos? He's pandering to you women. No man really acts like that.
Yada the Awakening, more like Yada the Cuck. We cannot let him win. We need to slut shame as hard as we can. This pandering ass mother. If men are seriously listening to him, then we are FUCKED capital F. We need to slut shame as hard as we can, else us men are lost and we're going to lose. Tap in with the big TV. Fuck this simp.
And now with his wife announcing that she is ending their nearly 8-year relationship and making serious allegations about what allegedly happened behind closed doors, it looks like another one of the ponderers has bitten the dust.
I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I'm hurt.
I feel so bad.
But I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything. Yada. Everything.
And she still calling his name, honey. She still love him.
You know, but so
still love that.
There's a level of conditioning with those kinds of characters that goes on, and the money and the lifestyle becomes very hard to go back. You know what I'm saying? And now they're gonna worry about yeah, she's going back. Yeah.
she already calling his name out. Like, dude, your eye black and you still talking about something. Yeah, I did everything.
And that's the same, you know. But you know, with the money and everything, you get locked at this. I can see how a woman can get locked into to being mistreated like that. But that man is super effeminate, y'all. I mean,
why do all these kind of men have that mouthpiece? They know how to talk a woman. You need to love.
Because he half woman.
And listen, I think it's the same thing. So like either you get a dude that's gonna just bludgeon you to death with the words and make you feel terrible,
and then throw you a couple of $1,000 every time he go upside your head behind closed doors, and then turn around and act like he's freaking daggone catering. See, some of the things that he's showing off. See, she should have known the moment that he began to promote this image of how great he was to one woman. That is him seeking the attention of other women. It's just like a woman who says, oh, well, I'm married and I love my husband, but every other profile pic and every pic that she posts shows her showing her backside in some tight. She's still seeking the attention of other men. This is how men do that.
Right. Look at how I'm treating my wife. She got 15 houses.
Wife.
And so of course he getting all type of DM messages.
Bring her breakfast in the morning, and you left out how you went upside her head the night before.
Oops, upside. You know, and Derek Jackson, same thing. You know, all he talked about is talking about so good about women. You know how many women like these like treacherous kind of Jezebel spirit kind of women hear that on live, and they just like, oh man, I want that. Well, honey. Well, I'm gonna get it from, you know, there's type of women that will go after that man no matter whether he married or not.
Right, and that's the way this capitalistic society has conditioned us all. You know what I'm saying? To assume that it's the money. You know what I'm saying? So you got I know men as I grew up, uncles and stuff like that, who tried to equate their worth by how many cars they had, by how they could dress, or their position in the church. and how financially sound they were, because technically they were fat frogs in the face, but as long as they had a long, you know what I'm saying, bankroll, you know what I'm saying, they going to the daggone okay, they going to the corral, you know what I'm saying, and with sister so and so.
Yep. And then they got that woman at home sitting up there
right
cooking and making the food.
And I'm not shaming men who have money. I'm just saying, or shaming women for seeking men who have provisions. I'm saying you got to be careful that the money isn't the facade hiding other insecurities and other issues, because you'll get caught up in the money, and meanwhile you getting beat up and cheated on and freaking daggone behind the scenes, but in front of everybody, you know what I'm saying, a homeboy is acting like, you know what I'm saying, like he got daggone silver, he giving you silver glass slippers and stuff. Like it's just crazy. It's crazy. Our culture is crazy, and we have to wind up.
Well, money is not the root. The love of money is the root to evil.
Yes, the love of money. That's what I'm saying. So I like the energy that Neveah has. She's spiritual. You know what I'm saying? If anything, his mother should have. Okay, so she's not Christian, but guess what? She's not. She ain't no booty clapping daggone. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to work. She gonna be in that closet over there, freaking daggone bobbing back and forth, and not out on the street trying to clap cheeks.
You know what I'm saying? Let her bob her head to the baba, babalawa. They're bobbing her head and some other stuff.
Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah, there we go. Let's talk. Let's hear more. Let's go.
I'm here getting the rest of my stuff.
But I think she was a spiritual woman too, But
yeah, look at how her locks are beautiful. She's got the, you know what I'm saying, the little symbol. She's a spiritual sister.
She pins a message saying the following: a new chapter.
Huh?
You know, he claimed to be spiritual too, because he was dealing with the, you know what I'm saying, the Nuwapian thing, and you know what I'm saying, and it came out, So
I just want to show that, because everybody was going about that conscious community. Look at young Pharaoh and all of y'all conscious people, but it's like, okay, Blueface is doing the same thing the conscious community do. You can't be let me get me a hood ninja.
Tazariak did call it. He called it early. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Cap. You know what I'm saying? And my ISUPK family. But Cap called it, and there is a problem in. It's just like the brother said. You know what I'm saying? With some of these, you know what I'm saying, fast food Atlanta freaking Ifá, you know what I'm saying, cults that are really not fully initiated and have not done, you know what I'm saying, the hard work, but then they're going to turn around and act, the same thing with some of these Nuwapians and daggone, especially after Dr. York, you know what I'm saying, got sent up, you know what I'm saying, they turn around and now you have other people trying to create their own cults, and really what ends up happening is they get these power freaking daggone you know what I'm saying, egotistical power freaking,
trips, going on a power trip. Yep.
On a power trip. And so now they have to show how,
and for some, and it's always it's a lot against the women, and then
right.
And
Always
so this
and
then here, for some reason it always happens after the woman gives birth.
Yeah, because it's mommy issues.
That's what you think it is? Is that because
he was going upside that boy head, and then when he freaking got himself a pretty girl, and daggone, the moment she had a baby, she became his mother, and he started taking out his anguish from his mother on her.
Ah, is that what it is?
Oh yeah, it's a Freudian all day.
Because like I said, with Blueface, honey, she ain't give birth 2 days. He like, you lazy. You need to get up and clean the house.
Because now he's attached to it, right? For the long haul. And on top of that, he's lost some power. See, when she ain't have no baby, she ain't have no power over him. He could be as sweet as he wanted to and throw all of the money into it as long as she was freaking daggone. But the moment she had his child, now she has the leverage.
And
she becomes his mother.
Wow. She becomes his mother. who he has a problem with. He definitely has an issue with his mother.
He has an issue with his mom. He got mom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
so now, like I said, so now
his mama head. He ain't gonna go upside his mama head. He had to go upside her head.
Her head.
He gonna take out all of his frustrations, his whatever, you know what I'm saying? Mommy didn't do. Mommy didn't buy me cleats when I wanted to go to football. Mommy, you know what I'm saying, dated some other man that I didn't like. And then it turns, you know what I'm saying, now he's got a child. He begins to see himself in the place of that child, and she becomes subconsciously, she becomes mommy. And everything he hates about mommy, he starts to take out on her.
Right. Oh, you can't hold this baby all the time, and that's the argument they went to. Right. You holding it. That's what's wrong with your other son,
she
because
holds
you held
some form of authority because she's the mother. Now she has a position where, you know what I'm saying, where there's a tug of war, a little bit of a power struggle. Before, he had all of the money and all the leverage. He's comfortable. Now she got the baby.
So you think he's doing everything he can to get her to leave on his own, but she won't leave.
That's when they end up inevitably pushing him away, and then they'll turn around and cry on freaking TV about how they can't see their baby, and oh, she trying to get me for child support, and she just.
And I'm not gonna say that women don't be manipulative too, but
I'm not saying that either. No, women can do that. You know what I'm saying? Women have gone through women who got daddy issues, and you know what I'm saying, and mommy issues. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you know, I mean, it's a human condition, but but we see this. I'm not just saying that, you know, a broad scoping to demonize men who have these problems, but in this circumstance with like Yada and this brother right here, I see, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, who knows if these, definitely big old, you're right.
Right. That's all is a mommy problem issue. And you got once that woman becomes the mother of your child, she becomes the enemy.
You have to heal. So, you know, all of us going to have some issues with our parents. I've had issues with my mother, and I love my mother. I had to heal my issues with my mother so that I could be a healthy person for my betrothed. Imagine me going into a relationship and I'm not talking, I'm holding my grudges against my mom. How healthy can I be towards her? And then when she gets pregnant, what happens?
She becomes like the mom, right? Exactly.
She's the mother in the house. She becomes the mom that you start seeing yourself and you're attached to the child. You see yourself in the child. Everybody sees themselves in the children. She sees herself in the child. So you see yourself in the child, but she's the mother of that child, and thus you see yourself in the child. Who's mommy?
And then it becomes you ain't cleaning up the house enough. You ain't doing this enough. What's wrong with this house? Is a mess. Look at how
one of the things you start taking out the things on her that your mother would have took out on you. Oh, you didn't clean this and you ain't up and do that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta G-check myself sometimes. Like, I don't never want to be, you know what I'm saying, that type of person. You know what I'm saying? There were times in my life where, you know what I'm saying, where I wasn't the greatest. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sweetheart, and you know what I'm saying, but I have my heart inside, you know, and some of my traumas and stuff like that. But if you're not healed, this is why I always try to advocate for, you know what I'm saying, mental health, you know what I'm saying, in our community, because Black folks don't necessarily always focus so much on mental health and how important it is. You're talking about people who have been traumatized and terrorized for over 450 years. You're going to have trauma.
And that's why I thought it was important to bring you up here, because I know that you are a person that, you know, has a, you know, organization that helps out single fathers, and you know, you get to like see it from another
perspective. I don't just help single fathers. I help sisters too when they're dealing with you know what I'm saying. It's fraternity of fathers, legal rights, but really and truly, it's about the child, right? So the child has to be whole. That means that if we can find a way for both parents to function even after separation, function in the best interest of the child is going to be healthier with two parents. Me and my child's mother, we banged for like freaking daggone 7-8 years, and you know what I'm saying, and we are now, you know what I'm saying, in a great place. You know what I'm saying? She just called me today. Oh, yo, you know what I'm saying? The guy from Transformers died. Zari, you know, the dude does the voice for freaking daggone Optimus Prime. My son is upset. My son loves Transformers. And the guy passed away, and she said that he's playing the game in half in tears and stuff. And so, okay.
Oh, man, that's sad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He's 13. He's a big 13, but he's still a little boy.
Kid,
and,
yeah.
It's important.
I remember we had him up here. You know, he's a very well spoken.
Yeah, he did come on. Yeah. And
but I wanted to play this because I wanted to get into the postpartum aspect that happened, so people can understand how vicious this mother to mother cycle could get. Let's go.
After nearly 8 years, I have made the difficult decision to end my relationship with the father of my children and step into a new chapter of my life. For years, I believed love meant fighting for your family. I gave my all to our home, our children, our businesses, and even protecting his reputation. I kept believing that if we could make it through one more difficult season, peace would meet us on the other side. But at 8 weeks postpartum, looking at a bruise on my face, I had to stop calling it a difficult season and tell myself the truth. It was domestic violence. My 20s were filled with business, babies, and bruises. Building, giving, forgiving, leaving, returning, healing, and hoping. I didn't leave because I stopped loving him. I left because I realized that if I continued to stay, eventually I would drown. The hardest part has been grieving the future I imagined for our children. But one day they will understand that I chose their safety and my peace over a love story I desperately wanted to save. I've learned that people can change, people can heal, but you don't have to lose yourself waiting for them to do it. Loyalty should never require abandoning yourself. I don't share this for sympathy or to tear anyone down. What happened is part of my story, but it will never become my identity. I am more than someone's wife. I am more than the things I survived. I am a mother, a woman of faith, a visionary, and a woman learning what it means to choose herself. And through this journey, House of Divine was born. I am turning my pain into purpose and my purpose into power. For every woman who may one day need the courage, information, and resources I once searched for. During this difficult time, just know that I will be moving along. I ask everyone to respect how I tell my story when I tell my story. There are parts of this journey that I am still processing, healing from, and learning how to put into words. For now, I am taking it literally day by day.
So I guess she must have left him. I'm sure it's very difficult. This is some of the messaging.
The rest of my tooth, and I've been in severe pain since. If it's infected, it will cause my breast milk to become infected. He allegedly responds, go to Dr. Dave. That's the best bet at the best price.
So he done bust her tooth out her mouth. And his thing, he just don't have no, come on, sympathy. Like what?
To find a way to get my mouth fixed fast. That night you hit me, broke off the rest of my tooth, and I've been in severe pain since. If it's infected, it will cause my breast milk to become infected. He allegedly responds, go to Dr. Dave. That's the best bet at the best price. She responds with the crying emoji. You were supposed to be there with me. You were supposed to always be my safe place. I hate that you did this to our family. Have a good day, Yada.
And if you were to never speak to Yada again, ever again, what would you tell him? What would be your last message?
That part's gonna make me cry. But I try everything, and in my heart, I love you. You will always be my best friend. But I have to choose myself, and I have to protect our babies. And I would much rather them have both parents alive than to one be in a hospital with something terminal or one of us not to be here. So I'm praying for you, though. That's what I would say.
For you to disrespect the mother of your child is a mental illness. This woman loved you enough to get pregnant, went through the pain of giving birth, had to suffer postpartum depression, and then you don't show up? It's a mental illness. It was fun when it was fun. Now that you have to have responsibilities, now that you have to provide, now that you have to worry about something more than you don't show up. It's a mental illness to look at a woman give birth, to see the pain she goes through, and still betray her, still don't want to provide for her or show up.
What the hell?
He's projecting. He's telling on himself. He's testifying.
Wow. So he was whooping on her the whole time.
He know exactly. He ain't lying. But he ain't telling you the reason why he noticed. Because he reflecting on his own.
He probably did whooped her ass before that, and now he go and do a live stream.
Now he go and do a live stream on it and act like he freaking down on gold.
Crazy.
He's talking about big player.
Talking about his damn self what he just got finished doing. That's crazy as hell.
Yeah,
like what?
Yeah. She
when
inside right now crying, you know what I'm saying, with a bruised lip, and he out here freaking daggone making TikTok.
When you whoop this woman's ass, that's you the one that's wrong, and maybe she in the room watching it like,
this
well,
is
maybe
the pathology of something. That's a form of what is it? Is it
manipulation,
sociopathy? Yeah, no, this is pathological right here.
That's psychopath level. That's not even sociopath.
Yeah, that's
like,
wild,
what the hell?
bro.
How you gonna
sit over here
whoop somebody's ass and then do a live stream? See what's wrong with you people, and then
see what's wrong with y'all niggas after his wife up in that freaking nice ass apartment crying right now.
Right. After he beat her ass, she up there nursing her wound. He go back
with an ice pack on her lip, and he out here.
But he taking a picture of the house. You see how he got the house?
Yeah, no, he has to do that because he has to show his value to the other women. That's okay. So that's what I'm talking about when they equate when they equate. So they have to measure themselves by what they have, because by themselves, without money and without the nice car, they have a small penis.
She said she was getting beat by him ever since she was 20 years old.
Not just literally, but you know what I'm saying, metaphorically.
So he was like Nature Boy time part 2.
Oh yeah.
They came out of the same camp.
What you say?
They came out of the same camp, so I'm not surprised.
The Dr. York camp. Maybe they were teaching people to whoop they women.
Hey, y'all mentally sick ladies, leave them. I don't care if you're currently pregnant or married. If these men can watch you go through pain and still not show up, they hate you. Leave them now. All praises.
How did you and Yada even meet?
You know what? Hold on. I guarantee you he had just got finished whooping her behind. And then that was his way of like,
he's ranting. Yeah.
Like he knew he did something wrong. So you know what I'm saying? That's crazy when you think about it.
He got to go out there and cover his own self-image in his own head. He know what happened and she know what happened just now. Now he going outside to make sure that the world still views him as being this rich, you know what I'm saying, pandering. Yeah. It's like,
and then she's probably watching it and he looked like
she over there with her freaking dad with the ice pack on her lip, freaking goddamn cutting her fucking eye at this nigga. Like, I know that he didn't just.
Well, no, she probably up there like, well, he mean it, you know, but he did go outside and he's apologizing to me in his own way.
That's an indirect. It's an indirect apology without freaking letting the world know that it was him.
Wow, that's crazy. Look,
So the snow women. We didn't even meet officially in the United States.
Wow.
So, but I remember him walking and he has this little like. I don't want to call it like a waddle, but it's just so cute. It's just this little walk because he got one leg that's like a little longer than the other. So he was walking. Remember, he reached his hand back at me and I grabbed his hand and I held his hand. He was like, God, I know this is my wife, but why in the world did you bring her now?
Now, how you got one leg longer than the other and you only 2 feet tall? Now, according to Yada's first wife, Aja was reportedly one of Yada Awakening's followers when she signed up to participate in his holistic healing and detox program in Ecuador.
And there are stronger women on the side of every strong man. There's stronger women on the side of every wise man.
That's Neytiri from Nature Boy's camp. That's Neytiri. Neytiri had left Nature Boy and now she's up there. Oh Lord, man. Oh my God, this is
The wiser women, we have to get toned. We have to get toned.
Love's the only answer. Love of self the only answer. Love of self puts you in tune with something higher than yourself. Because when you find God, you find yourself. And when you find yourself, you'll find God.
I just had a
What? These women were crying listening to him. Yeah, daddy. Yeah. She's up there crying. Oh my God. What? I never seen this. This is my first time, guys. I'm sorry.
Man, there's stronger women on the side of every wise man. There are wiser women. We have to get tuned. We have to get tuned. Love is the only answer. Love of self is the only answer. Love of self puts you in tune with something higher than yourself. Because when you find God, you find yourself. And when you find yourself, you'll find God.
Audra had a consultation allegedly with his wife. She went there for healing, but she
Okay,
came
baby?
out with a whole lot more. Take a listen to this.
I just want to bring up this post that I saw. Asia is trying to justify her pregnancy and her relationship, that she said that she saw Yada online 2 years ago and that she was just so in love with him at the moment that she saw him that she was chanting and manifested him into her life. Now, she knew, because I knew of you, I knew of daughter, I thought he was a married man with a child. She obviously knew he was a married man. How do you feel about her chanting and manifesting your man into her life? Well, your ex-man.
Oh my God. This is worse than I thought. So you're right. So everything he's doing is to get, see, that's because women pay money for his stuff. Like when he's selling his stuff, probably a lot of women buy his apple of Eve and all the different things he's selling. Zion, is that what you think it is? Is that really it's about like trying to, man, this is crazy. You there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Like, do you see how these people are crying with him preaching? Like, oh my God! Like, really?
Yeah, no, this is crazy.
level?
Yeah. No, and 90% of it is the perception of financial stability. Black folk, we've gone through so much that seeing another black folk with some.
I don't think it was financial stability. I think that these men are very charismatic.
Yeah.
And they know how to woo women, short, tall, whatever. Probably got a big whatever, and probably be effing these girls. And honey, they be really believing in these girls. They be really like worshiping these men. Look at how this looks.
Time your man into her life.
You do. So again, my issue is not with Asia. What Blueface do? They're supposed to chant your name. They're supposed to be in your fan club. You could have been the president of the fan club.
What you say?
You had all three together on some polygamous thing.
Yes, but the one in the center is the only one really married to him.
Okay.
Like legally.
No, because you can't get married to three people at the same time legally in America. And
Natiri, she actually was with Yada, but then she ended up going back to Nature Boy.
She went back to Nature Boy. Something wrong. See.
But no, like this guy is like a another Messiah type of a guy. Watch this.
Her hashtag is classy vegan or wifey or whatever it is, and she's rocking that necklace to the death of it.
The necklace that was given to me as a holiday gift. So when I knew we were done, I said here because I knew my name would be changed in that necklace.
Yeah, girl, that necklace, and she's acting like he bought it specifically for her and gave it her into a box as a brand new necklace. But she's wearing wifey's leftovers.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Those as well.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Child, so he gave the wife's necklace to the new girl. Wow.
If he was over my house and we left it around, I mean, if we were still carrying on a relationship as a married couple, I would feel horrible. But again, he was supposed to keep it professional with her. He was supposed to be her teacher, guide, whatever was that he was doing. Support for my family members, and I'm not going to get into too much detail. Just so out of respect for them as well. They reached out to me.
They saw him as a god.
Yeah.
They were looking at him like he was a new Messiah, like just like Nature Boy. He is a
okay, yeah, and this is the thing too. I think a lot of times,
and she's crying over here. She's over here crying because he's preaching and his words are hitting so hard. And man, what?
Yeah.
So what? So is polygamy like eventually like a male worship, or what is going on with that? Like to where people, the men become like this self. Aggrandizing to where they begin to Watch this. Watch.
Energetic. He even mentioned it to me that he was
She's
obsessed with
crying.
him, and it actually wasn't a year
He
ago,
holding
and
her.
2 years ago, as he, he found his dressing, but then not addressing. 2 years ago when I first spoke to her, no, you didn't speak to her 2 years ago. And here's the receipt to prove it. She ordered a consultation from you, as I previously mentioned. She ordered a consultation back in December, and here's the receipt for it.
Yeah.
So if you spoke to her years ago, she would not have been ordering a consultation. I spoke to Agent in December to initiate. She needed to give me the information as the reason that she needed a consultation from. So I spoke with her. Like I stated, this what she was going through. But according to her family, yeah, she was, a lap puppy for her daughter's father as well. And they know that she'll do whatever Yada says. But their thing to me was that certain things that I was saying coming from them was not true. Yes, her mother suffered from mental illness, but all of the other things as far as daddy issues and different things like that, she didn't have.
Okay.
A lot of respect. But she knew that she had to be broken. She had to come with the sad story. She had to come just with the ultimate. So to a certain degree, I salute her.
Yeah.
Wow. So she was a person that was looking at him for spiritual advice.
What?
And his first wife was very aware of the relationship, and I guess that in that looking for spiritual advice, somehow they became from student and teacher to then she becoming another wife. This stuff is nature boy.
Yeah,
got
no,
nature boy.
and that's backwards, right? So well, from a biblical standpoint, and I know that there's a lot of Israelite brothers who are standing on the polygamy thing, you know what I'm saying, because they want to have more than one wife. But biblically speaking, you know what I'm saying, having more than one wife was never a good thing in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was permitted, but it wasn't a law, and it was not encouraged. Because in most cases, in especially biblical cases, whether you take the Bible accounts literal or as figurative, you can still extract the fact that, you know what I'm saying, with Abraham and Sarah and Hagar, you know what I'm saying, that there was conflict between the two wives. With Jacob and with Isaac, they had issues that were conflicting because they had multiple wives. I would say this: I don't shun polygamy. I am only I'm a one woman type guy. You know what I'm saying? Although, you know, me and my girl have discussed it, and I told her the only way I would ever engage in that is if you felt that this person would be a positive. And she don't want no other wives, you know what I'm saying? And I don't either. You know, I got, you know what I'm saying? I got enough. I got my hands full, you know what I'm saying, with this one. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think there are men whose egos, again, what do you call it? Freaking not equating it. There's another word for it. When they're trying to compensate. Overcompensation. So you feel small, and so you have to have more than one wife. You feel small, you know what I'm saying, in yourself, so you have to have, you know what I'm saying, 5 cars, or you have to have, you know what I'm saying, all of this money, and you have to have cheating, and you have to have this many girls and this many wives, and you still freaking daggone, you know what I'm saying, going behind the scenes and cheating with somebody else. I would never choose to have a second. My wife would have to tell me, baby, this girl needs us, type shit. And I'm like, God damn it.
I mean, the only reason why I would say that is that, like, I'm not having no more kids. And if my husband wanted to have some more kids, we didn't have none, then maybe I would consider polygamy. But for me to just be up here like we up here now.
Overcompensating, because there is an insecurity somewhere that has not been healed.
But like when you get into like worshiping, you know, this is like this is like the worship of the male.
You also have to think about how that affects him, because the more he has that kind of attention, how much more is his ego
needing? Oh my God, that's why. So then he has
worse and worse as time goes on, and these people are kissing his feet. These women are kissing his feet, and now he has to project this freaking image to the world because he needs to freaking daggone feel like he can compensate. He's a midget of a man in his spirit, but on the outward.
He's not a midget man in his spirit.
Oh, what was the song, baby? What was the midget song that I made? Oh, me and my girl, we be making up the silliest song.
midget man, doing the things a midget can.
Here's a song. It goes. He said, "Pick me up and let me ride, 'cause midget men need love too."
But this is,
pick me up and let me ride.
Grandiose. That is exactly very grandiose, very
grandiose. Yep.
Yeah, so he has to overdo what his accomplishments are.
That's it. Now, so you going down to the village of wellness to get well, and you end up getting some yada D thrown all in you, and the baby thrown up in you. So I just want to know what part of that was the wellness center, and how well he trying to get her.
Now, this wife had her own bouts of abuse allegedly from Yada. He's gone from pulling her hair, busting windows out of the car, punching holes in the wall. You name it, she said he's done it. He apparently liked Aja more because she was moldable. She listened. She was the one that just was going to sit there and be quiet. But obviously being quiet didn't get her far. The recent turn of events with Aja being abused by Yada was not the first time that this happened. There was a time about 8 years ago when she had to run to the neighbor's house and ask for help after being abused. Yada allegedly wooed her, took her out of town, tried to ask for forgiveness, and when she got back, she went to the neighbor's house to ask the neighbor to take the post down.
Your wife said she need for you to reach out to her. I just need you guys to know that her is simply posting because they can look up your name and look up where she lives and look up where we live.
Right. So now she got to go back to the neighbor and say, "Hey, could you take that post down?" and all this other nonsense. And she gonna bring the kid there for sympathy and this, that, the other. And man, these women be worshiping these. Listen, that's why you don't worship no man. Okay. Right. You know, up there crying because he know how to preach and all that nonsense.
It's nothing more than a safety precaution. And I need her to understand that because it's the easier we are to locate, the worse it is. It's trolls out here that's been threatening us for years, way before even I met Yada. So, I go to work. I understand that. 30 in the morning. So you look at what time that picture was taken. I did not take that picture. Okay, but what I'm telling you is because your legal name is on Facebook. That's fine. How easy is it nowadays? So how easy nowadays is to look up someone's legal name and find out where their address. But if you say she's my neighbor, if you're saying
she want to argue with somebody else instead of arguing with the person that did the ish that got you up on Facebook. You up there arguing with the neighbor. That's how delusional that these men can make these women what they look. Whatever they be putting down.
Right. So,
honey,
so
that
the
money, that
anger,
stability,
anger,
whatever they call themselves.
Right. The anger became redirected towards somebody else instead of him. You see? They had to redirect their anger from him to the neighbor.
Right, and then it's like, and then they go back. See, it's that neighbor, look at her doing this and that, rather than addressing him like you should.
He was whooping my behind. If it wasn't for the fact that he was going upside your head, you wouldn't have ran over there. There would have been no daggone video.
Exactly, bro. Like what?
Over 500,000 followers. No, I'm not telling you to be scared. I'm telling you to be scared because it is on.
Needless to say, this is not his first run-in. We have cruelty to children in the second degree, June 29th, 2017.
Not cruelty to children.
Oh, wow. This nigga catching child freaking daggone abuse charges?
Child.
Oh, my Lord.
What he did with the children, cruelty to the children.
Aggravated assault, June 29, 2017, and criminal damage to property, second degree, same date, June 29, 2017. Then May 7th, 2018, we have aggravated assault, family violence, criminal damage to property in the second degree, cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Then a charge from May 26, 2017 appears as battery family violence.
Now, so y'all quiet. The Queens is quiet now. Quiet now. Why y'all get so quiet, ladies?
I guarantee you it's not a man out there that's surprised. We told y'all. We told y'all this nigga was a fraud. All these niggas be frauds. The Derrick Jacksons, the Poppy Dons, this nigga Yada, they all be frauds. They're grifters.
But let me just say this, is that it ain't no different on the other side.
Right.
That's the part I'm like, they're talking about Yada being, but then you see Blueface on like the evil side, and it's like, well, what?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Remember YP pow through his kid's house and then had to meet it.
Right. See, some of these things are like, these are things that are not taught in school. But back in the day, we used to have freaking sex education and home ec, and there were certain things that we had to learn. I think that in our Black community, I think it's very important for our young kids, our children, our boys and our girls, to have some form of formal training. So the church used to do that, right? Back in the day. And I'm not saying that it was perfect in it. The church used to teach the women and the boys how to engage with, you know what I'm saying, with women, you know what I'm saying, or with, you know what I'm saying, with opposite sex to, you know what I'm saying, become, you know, spouses or espoused. I don't think that we focus on that very much anymore. First and foremost, all of us need some form of daggone therapy. All of us. Every single one. There's rich folks, you know what I'm saying, that have therapists because they can afford it.
I have a therapist.
Yeah, I have a therapist too, babe. You know that.
But I want to also say this. I'm not sure if you guys know about the Odu of the year, but the Odu of the year is Osab Meiji. Okay. And we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. But Osab Meiji has to do with the divine feminine. So this is not the year to be doing with the Iyami Osaranga. This is not the year to be whooping up on women.
Right.
Okay. It represents profound change, new cycles, and spiritual awakening. You can't be whooping up on women. This ain't the time to do it because it's going to come out, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna come.
So you know, and people want to say what they want to say. That's witchcraft. Okay.
Fun Day Faye. Yeah, that brother. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying. I'm so blessed that I did take martial arts and stuff like that. And there's honor, not just, you know, like, so there's a lot of schools now that only teach the fighting part, but they're not like traditional schools. Traditional schools didn't just teach you how to defend yourself. It taught you medicine. It taught you healing. It taught you basic camaraderie and basic behavior, you know what I'm saying, honor systems, honor codes, how you're to carry yourself. I give a big shout out to my Sifu Rick Kellerman for being that person who was able to show me that aspect within martial arts. It's not just about fighting and beating people up. Sometimes you have to have within the system, within the initiation system, a level of training people how to deal with people in general, just so basic social skills. But then getting into relationships, you know what I'm saying, where the church used to, you know what I'm saying, the old mothers of the church used to tell, you know what I'm saying, the daughters, and the men of the church used to tell the sons, but they used to have discussions on how a man is supposed to provide and how a woman is supposed to treat. Now, of course, you know, some of those ideas were very, formal training. Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. But let me also say this.
I'm sorry. Yeah, yes, ma'am. So I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Do you think? Yeah, she's a master martial artist in Taekwondo.
Right.
Awesome. What I will say is that, do you think that more single mothers should put their young boys into martial arts so that they can learn?
Be in martial arts. One of my best friends, his mom is in martial. Me and him went to school together, and then, you know what I'm saying, I was studying martial arts and he was studying martial arts. Now he's posting pictures of his mother, and we're both like 50 something. His mom is in there getting it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful.
I think that because since we don't have
your mama over there freaking daggone front thrust kicking like, wow. I'm like, yo, my boy Hanif, shout out to Hanif. Yo, I love it. I love it. I love to see sisters. I think my daughter, you know what I'm saying? She, you know, she knows how to defend it. I would bring her to the martial arts school, you know what I'm saying? And there was a time where I was actually living in the martial arts school, you know what I'm saying? And my daughter, you know what I'm saying? I had her in the classes and everything, you know what I'm saying? But I think daughters and sons should learn martial arts, you know what I mean? I don't, not just the boys. The girls need hands and feet too.
But I think that also to learn discipline, you know, I think even Christian Rock with all that nonsense she talking about, like I think that they're doing the one thing, the holy hand. But if she go to martial arts school, she's gonna learn how to be disciplined and how to control.
Yes.
Because boxing doesn't it teaches a certain level of discipline on control, but it does not teach the overall aspect of controlling your temper and things like that.
Right.
I think that boxers and people like that with, you know, all that stuff need to be into some type of martial arts. I was in martial arts when I was in the military for Hapkido.
Yeah,
you know, so I think that's a very important thing that we should, like, I mean, even though it's, you know, even if you get into African martial art, there's like the Egyptian martial arts and things like that.
Right. Absolutely.
You said Krishan would be Crouching Tiger. You wouldn't teach her, like, no, because she would use that against us. She wouldn't even be able to control herself with that.
No, well, in the traditional school, you got to, you know what I mean? Like that you go, you know what I'm saying? We monitor the behaviors of the children. So I teach classes now with the kids and stuff. Well, I took a little break because they had to change, so anyway, the place that I was, you know, teaching at, and I get the kids, and my focus is not just teaching them how to fight or defend themselves, right? I have to teach them how to behave first. So that's what the whole lineup is, you know what I'm saying? Lao Sam, you know what I'm saying? Bow, you know what I'm saying? Bow to Sifu, bow to, you know what I'm saying? Ancestors, you know what I'm saying? Bow to each other, you know what I'm saying? Oos, you know what I'm saying? Get down and beat your face. I need 15, 20 push-ups. They have to listen to instruction. They have to behave. And the moment I see any deviation from that, I'm not teaching you a punch. You have other things to learn first before you get the hands and feet.
Ashe. Krishan will have to learn to be still. Exactly. And that's the thing. Everybody wants to talk about Neveah in her practice, but she knows how to be still. Right. She knows how to be quiet, you know, and to let him argue with himself. Now, sometimes she's an Aries. She can't control herself. Right. But I think it's sad. I hope that she gets away from him as soon as possible. But I think that, you know, for the love of money, people will do anything and humiliate their own self. I'm gonna play a little bit this last thing, and then we're gonna do final thoughts and get up out of here. Okay. But this has been a great live stream. Let's hear a little bit more of this, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Let's go.
Usually it always comes out, but as long as a nigga is telling you whatever you want to hear, y'all going, y'all eating it up. And I don't feel sorry when anything happens to them, their wives or their girlfriends, because they be right there complicit and allowing those men to scam these women, going along with this fake relationship, acting like they're getting spoiled and all this type of shit. Whole time, both of them scamming y'all. As long as the money's coming in, they don't care. So now that you're tired of being abused or tired of being cheated on, now we should care. Fuck out of here. Like, these be the worst nigga, because these guys will make you feel that your man is inadequate. Your man with his regular job probably doing his best. He's not a perfect nigga, but he's doing his best. And they'll make you feel like your man is inadequate. Whole time, they be the liars. They be the cheaters. They be the abusers. They be the manipulators. They do the most egregious shit behind the scenes and then get online and cap and then got you looking at your nigga like he inadequate.
I'm hurt, but I know I'll make it through. I've tried everything.
But if your discernment was where it needs to be, you'd have been able to see through that bullshit anyway. It's a dirty game. Stay focused, though.
Now, you also have two wives, right? Is that correct? Okay. So one wife is here in America. The other one is in West Africa?
Yes.
Okay. So both of them are glowing.
Of course. These are my... Now, I have to...
So he has two women pregnant at the same time. And I think while all this is going on, I think he went to Africa and now he's walking through Africa smiling. But this woman's over here crying and everything.
I have to put this out there because a lot of men believe that, you know, they good women for sexual things. It's not that. Mine is based completely on business. My woman in West Africa, she runs a whole trucking company. She lives in a mansion. She's properly taken care of, and I also support her whole family. My wife here runs the company here. They're bosses. She runs the company. She's in charge of the company here. I take care of her whole family. I make things happen. So it's not me, oh, I'm just a sexually craved man and I'm just going out here going crazy. No, I take care of my family.
But you are sexually attracted to both women.
They're beautiful women.
Okay, yeah, no, I've seen them on. I just want to double check that because when you say it's business,
of course,
I'm just making sure that that's part of the equation too.
Of course, I have beautiful women, but it's not the base.
So I wonder if he was pushing all his money to Africa while he was abusing her over here in America, and then when the whole thing came out the frame, then he moved over to Africa to like avoid accountability. The whole thing is crazy.
Of it, like I didn't choose them for sex. I'm a businessman. I chose for business, and that's why they know.
You know who else say that they businessman is pimps?
So I'm over here half of the year. I'm over here half of the year. But the beautiful part about it is that my first wife chose the second wife. So it wasn't me saying, I want you. She was like, nah, she cool. And she's intelligent. Like she just graduated from college. Right. She was like, oh, she's it. So I said,
so here's the question. Like, was he looking for more wives while he was showing off his mansions? Like having more than two wives and trying to get a third and fourth? Like,
come on, let me see. And she's shining. They both shining, but she's shining. Yeah.
So they hang out with each other and everything. Yeah. It's real like sister wives situation.
It's their sisters.
Yes.
They'll be cool even if I wasn't even in the picture. You know.
But when y'all are all in the same house, do you all sleep in the same room?
No. I'm not. No. They have.
Oh, the woman in Africa got money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have.
All of y'all have different bedrooms.
No, they have.
Oh, damn.
So the woman in Africa got the money. And so it looked like he got money, but really the woman in Africa got the money, and he using her money over here. Oh wow,
is that what's up?
But you know what? He did make millions off that Apple of Eve, but I think he also got sued too. So I don't know what she said. Asia was the bait. This is crazy. This is even more worse than I thought. Like what?
Bedrooms, you know, and when they feel like they need my presence, they bless me. I don't bless them.
And are you loyal to both of them, or are you still able to say step outside? Would you look for a third wife?
No, I have two wives. I'm committed to two women. That doesn't mean I flirt with women or I try to pull other women into the scenario. No, my women, if they say we need somebody else because the company's expanding, they choose. I don't choose.
And that's for business purposes. The company's expanding. So you couldn't be with a woman who was like, I don't want to be in this business.
Now, if a woman comes and says, look, I just want to take care of the
children. The post office.
I just want to be a babysitter to your children. Okay, cool. If the women agreed upon that, they add on. I don't add on.
Okay, so
you got sued by the post office for what? Like sending child.
How many children do you have?
I have 5 beautiful children.
And so, okay, and some of them live in, like, tell me the breakdown of it. Which ones live in?
So
they get these wives and put everything in their wife's name, ruin their wife's name and everything. Man, child, notice his name is not on nothing. You know another person that's like that, the saint and sinner, that dude that talk all that mess. He got some white chick. Everything is in her name. We gotta listen, women, watch out for these. Just because a man is up there touting all this money, and you think, oh, okay, I'm gonna get in his DMs. You're setting yourself up for some BS. You're gonna put some stuff in your name. You're gonna ruin your credit and mess your whole life up.
My wife in Africa just had a daughter, and then my wife here just had a son. But they're all our children.
And there's a reason why they always impregnate these women and then being mean to them right afterward, because they're trying to move around. Get enough women pregnant and then make them feel like they don't have no other choice. That's another weird thing that goes on.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Wow. This is I love this.
How to show up for you, how to be there for you. It's impossible. You can't teach a man how to love you because a man loves through his actions. And if you watch the way he treats you, listens to the way he speaks to you, he is showing you how much he values you in his life. When a man really loves you, he doesn't have to be told anything. He just does.
See, he's showing his
background, yes, to show his home. He's pandering. This is what do you call it? Peacocking. This is peacocking. You know what peacocks do, right? The males, right?
What? They're the ones with the beautiful,
feathers. They have to show the feathers and how broad their feathers are and how thick and full their feathers are in order for them to get the female. This is peacocking.
Yeah. Right. Look. Right. Why do you even need to show your background? You know who else used to do that? Is man. What's that dude's name? TKO Capone. He's the same dang on thing.
Copy. That's his plume. That's right. Yep. All in the background. He has to have that.
Nature Boy used to peacock.
Yep.
They all got that same. It's like, dude, did they go to a class? Is there like a pimp class on this?
I don't think that. I don't think it's
how they all got the same like layout.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. That difficult. I think the moment that a person gets into some place where they feel like they have some value, they start to show that thing off immediately. So if I got today, if I got a freaking daggone fire ass car, like out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? And somebody gave me a fire car. Now I want to take pictures with my car. Now every time I want to get on daggone on live stream, I have to be behind the wheel of my car. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I see it all the time.
So this must be a thing. Is there like a thing that older men teach like younger men? Listen, you want to get these women.
Teaching thing. I think that it comes almost naturally for especially for men who are insecure in themselves, where they have to have something to show or to compensate. So I think it becomes it's a natural thing for a man to do, right? Especially if you have insecurities, and every person has insecurities. But if I, I'm saying, oh, I got a fire ass chain. Now I got to freaking go live with my chain on, you know what I'm saying, and act as cool as I can. Now I got to be all smooth and, you know what I'm saying, yo, what's good, baby? You know what I'm saying? Because I got a nice chain with some diamonds in it. It's immediate, like it's almost immediate behavioral thing to show something off. But with these guys, in order to attract more women and more attention, this is how they do that. And also to try to minimize other men. Now, he's not just doing this to get attention from women. He's doing this to get it to minimize other men and try to, you know what I'm saying, be the alpha dog. Oh yeah, I'm up there. I'm this guy. You know what I mean? I'm powerful. I got money. I got women. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's an almost immediate for anybody, especially somebody who's insecure. Because I know people who are rich who will never show it.
Right.
I know some people who are so secure that they got beautiful homes and beautiful cars and their lives are great, but you don't see that you don't see them posting it on Facebook, or you know what I'm saying, sitting in their freaking luxury vehicles, you know what I'm saying, in a post on, you know what I'm saying, or live stream. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that it's automatic for people who are insecure.
And you have to be mindful, because it's dangerous trying to teach a man how to love you, because you're teaching a man how to use you against you.
Yes.
So when it's time for you to leave, he knows what to say, how to hold you, how to appear to be there for you. Now it's making it harder for you to leave a man that's truly your enemy. When a man loves you, he shows you through his actions how much he values you. How much,
man, bro? Do you think that he just got finished whooping her again and made this live?
Yeah.
He appreciates you. So if you have to keep repeating the same thing
every time he do a live stream,
he probably be like, "Baby, I have to go upside your head because I'm not inspired."
Over and over and over again, that man isn't for you. That man doesn't adore.
Right, he probably was crying like, "I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna do a live stream and let them know about how bad a man is that don't even tell the people out."
No, but I ain't gonna tell him it's me, but I'm going to tell him.
Can you imagine she upstairs like in one of these little rooms in this goddamn castle of a house?
I need you because you inspire my whole entire movement.
After I whooped up on you, I'm sorry. I know you got a black eye.
He doesn't appreciate you. He doesn't respect you. Love yourself enough to never try to teach a man how to love you, because you don't have to teach a man that's sent by God. He knows what to do. Only a man that's sent by the devil, you have to try to teach how to love you. And that man will always use you against you.
child use you against you, and that's exactly what this.
Oh, didn't I say that earlier? The power dynamic changes when the baby comes in,
and
then that's when the fucking goddamn abuse begins.
Wow, always, because guess what? Gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you that. I said, hold on. This is what he said. Look, he went, even Dave Chappelle said, listen.
Yeah, gotcha, bitch. Yeah, what he
the men and women don't get along no more. That's really what's bugging me about it. Men and women just don't get along. Like I hear women say this all the time. I know a lot of you sisters be like, chivalry is dead. Don't you? Don't y'all feel that way? Like men aren't gentlemen anymore? That's right. Chivalry is dead. And women killed it. There's a fundamental difference in the way we're going to see things. We're not going to see eye to eye on this issue. We're just not. Our tests in life are different. A woman's test in life is material. A man's test in life is a woman. Now, by test, I mean that those are the things that we desire. Men have nice cars. Not because they like nice cars, because they know women like nice cars.
There it is.
That's how it is. Because men are hunters, and the car is the bait. Ooh, nice Porsche. Gotcha, bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Oh, nice car. Gotcha, bitch. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it really boils down to. You hear that? So, anyways, this has been a great stream. I enjoyed this. This was awesome. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for joining us today. We're gonna we'll be back here tomorrow. We're gonna be talking about what's tomorrow's stream about? Tomorrow we're gonna be talking about the EIME, which is this whole thing is actually kind of like makes a lot of sense when we talk about the EIME, because we're gonna be discussing the primordial mothers.
Right.
The primordial mothers, the role of the mothers in creation. So I hope that you guys get a chance. Can y'all see this? So tomorrow we have Obatala priest that's going to talk about the EIME Osuranga and the role of the mothers in creation. So please come back. It's going to be at 2:00 tomorrow. Please come and check us out.
Can I introduce y'all to my lovely betrothed?
Yes, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
Oh my god. Hi guys.
Hello. Welcome to the show. You know, thank you for your input. What are your final words? And we're gonna end it on what you have to say.
Yeah,
Shouts out.
Shouts out.
I just think men need to stop terrorizing women.
Is that
to Yada, especially Yada, because it's like you built your whole brand around Yada Awakening and the Apple of Eve and all that bull crap. All that bull crap, but you say here abusing that lady.
Didn't you say you used to follow Yada?
I did used to follow Yada.
Gotcha, bitch.
But I didn't think he was out here abusing that lady.
We all didn't think that. But that's sad. That's the sad part about it, is that these men will sit up here and be on some BS. They'll get you all thinking. You know what I'm saying? And then when the moment that you think that you found this guy and he seemed like he the best man and he got everything and he come up, gotcha, bitch.
Right.
Oh
my. She loved me with and y'all should see where I live.
Right. Hey, listen, at the end of the day, it's still got to be.
Just when I thought I couldn't find my way out, yeah, I searched the God in me to find my way out. I know it can seem way out, but the Creator flows to and through me from way out. I'm talking way out, yeah. See if you believe in the God in you.